What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo eSports podcast. This episode 254 for the week. This is why I have it typed out, so I don't do this, what I'm doing right now, which is forget what the fucking week it was. For the week of September 25th, 2022, the title of this week's episode is The LAN Curse is Broken, the Green Wall Stands Tall. HCS Orlando Post-Show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a second right here. Because for once, for the first time probably ever, for a LAN, I was right! On first place, I was right on third place, and I was right on a fifth, sixth place. But that's it. I wasn't right on a lot of them, but I was right on some of them. God damn it, I was right on number one. Number one, baby! Uncle Pumpy with the 4-month resub. You get a woo! Let's go, baby!
At tier 3 as well. Holy shit.
Tier 3 again. Uncle Pumpy, you need to
chill, man.
I'm going to call you daddy soon. Fox too quick with the fucking primer. Thank you.
Thank
Whoa,
you.
what is happening? Raider Hater with the 10-monther as well. We got a hype train. Yo! Katana with the 4-month streak. Y'all gets whoa.
Josh popping off.
No, chat's popping off to start the show off. I'm not doing shit.
Yeah.
What do I always say, Will? All I do is scream. That's all I do on the show. Yo, Mallow. If I mispronounce that, I'm deeply sorry. But A, thank you for the follow earlier today. And B, thank you for the primer. You get a woo!
The optic hype is real today.
Holy guacamole, dude. Oh, 10 out of 10 pronunciation. I try, I try. Thank you so much. And seriously, thank you all so very much. Thank you for the hype train. Thank you all so much for the subs to kick off the show. Beans for lunch.
Beans.
Let's go catching the live show once again. Let's go. Serialism. I was scared for a second there when I read that name. But Serialism, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. It's getting hot in here. Like Will mentioned, it probably would before he even started the show. So I have something to take off right now.
Josh stripping on the live show. What?
That's okay because I have my Optic Gaming jersey on, baby! Mythic with the 2-month resub. You get a woo as well. Woo-wee! Oh, I'm glad we're starting the show off with something positive, Will.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys are amazing. Welcome to the live show, everybody. It's going to be a great time. Hope you all are excited. Strap the fuck in. Make sure you have something to drink. Have a snack. I got my snack right here.
No.
It's called Will, a.k.a.
No.
I am Mr. Mayhem in the new Optic Gaming merch. My name is Josh, a.k.a. JK Fire. You should have already known that by now, but if you didn't, now you do. Will, how are you doing on this Monday evening?
Oh, I'm great now. It was an exciting intro.
Oh, it was incredibly exciting.
Chat popping off. You're giving out woos everywhere. No.
I'm the woo guy. You know?
The woo guy.
Yeah, I'm the woo guy that was not at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
that
God,
one year.
Was that the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl?
It might have been. I'm not entirely certain which Super Bowl it was, but that Super Bowl woo guy lives in infamy?
A little bit, yeah, I would say so.
I don't even know anymore. Oh, there goes the mythic one. There you
go. No, man, we had
Winkler,
Optic Gaming finally.
Spoiler alert.
If you don't know, you're part of the HCS community. You should know by now.
Yo, Beth with the 29-month resub. Thank you so much. You get a woo!
Y'all are incredible.
And Winkler, if you didn't hear me, I said hello and welcome back as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Will, you're right. It was crazy. If you guys didn't know, yes, finally, Optic have won a LAN. It is, they finally won a LAN.
It was exciting to see. We'll talk about it later, of course, but
yes.
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing swell. I'm doing swell. And like I said, there were Serialism says, hello guys, Lucas, it's Lucas from Podcast Evolved. Yo, welcome. Also, thanks for joining the watch along that we had over the weekend too. And I hope you enjoyed your time at Orlando, because I'm pretty damn sure you were at Orlando. Will, ask me the question and then we'll get into it.
What do we got coming up on the show today, Josh?
We kick off our show. We're going to change things up a little bit in terms of the format because of something that had happened. We're going to kick off the show with our HCS Orlando Post-Show. Okay, so we're going to start off with the positive. We're going to celebrate the event. We're going to talk about it, how things happened. It's going to be great. Then we have too much merch, too little money.
Yes.
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 Yes. I'm fucking excited, but oh man, the amount of money. The Europa Halo Fall Series returns. Then it's going to be time to get serious. The Nated Eyes return to competitive Halo, as a matter of fact. And the Call of Duty League season is in clear view. But without further ado, Will, let's actually get into our topic of this week's episode of the show, which is our HCS Orlando Post-Show.
Jumping right in.
That's right. That's what we're going to do. Will, before we get into what happened within the event, give me a little bit of a roster recap. Thank you very much, Will. We had FaZe, and they had a couple things take place. First off, Towie is actually moving to the general manager role of FaZe Halo. And then Tusk, which I typed in the show notes, my apologies. Tusk enters in as the coach of that roster, and I believe was the coach for Orlando. There you go. And actually won the award, I think, for best coach at the event.
Nice.
So there you go. G2, yes, finally, the worst kept secret of all time is now official. They signed Barcode. So he has officially transitioned over from Australia to the United States, at least for now. I don't know if he still is I know he got the passport visa situation figured out, but I don't know if he's an official resident of the United States. But he signed with G2 officially. He is now a player for that team. There you go. And then Oxygen Esports, they picked up Collect, as a matter of fact. So this was another kind of worst kept secret. But from Collect, he says, happy to announce I'll be finishing the rest of the HCS 2022 split with Oxygen Esports on loan from Native Gaming. So yes, the speculation out there of, well, he was scrimming with that squad. He was actually officially a part of that roster at some point in time. Appreciate the smooth transition in such a short time. So that's fucking awesome. Yeah. Good for him.
Very nice.
And as we will come to find out, it definitely worked out in his favor. And that team's favor by picking him up. And we'll get into that in a little bit. Crucial Raider, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Will, let's just get right into the tournament results, because there were a few different things that happened in this event.
Okay.
And I have these, again, a little bit split up, but the throwback throwdown. And we'll talk about the whole midship not midship. Jesus Christ, thank God it wasn't that. I know, hate me all you want, but whatever. We'll talk about the Pit remake in a minute. Okay. That's a different thing. But you had Team Triggers Down go up against Team Instinct, which really turned out to be Team we have 2 current pros on our roster versus Team we've got coaches. And who do you think won, Will?
The pros, maybe?
Well, yep, got that right. But not only did they win, they won in dominant fashion, so much so in the Slayer, because they did a CTF to start things off on the Pit remake, and then they did Slayer on the Pit remake. And it got so bad in the Slayer that they just decided to go for trick shots instead. So there's that. And then also, Serialism says, yo, the trash talking was a nostalgia trip. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. But I am going to throw this statistic out there. And we all adore David Walsh. Okay? We all love that man. But I will say that now it is official that he is 0 for 3 on HCS event show matches. Big Team Battle Bonanza, Big Team Battle Bonanza 2, and now the throwback Throwdown. So, sorry, Dave, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Hopefully they invite you back again, and you can actually fucking win one. Because I was rooting for you so badly, not in this one for other reasons, but in the Big Team Battle Bonanza 2, I was rooting for you so hard. But it didn't fucking happen.
It is possible for him to reverse sweep now. I mean, he's 0-3.
It is.
He can make a 4-0 run.
So we're talking about best of 7 right now?
Best of 7 in the show matches?
All right, we're talking about best of 7s. Sounds good.
It's the only way to do a real series.
You're not wrong. Also, Beth says, did you see the tweet while she posted where his mom had texted asking if he'd won? Yes, I saw that. Yeah. And he said, like, nobody tell her or whatever. I saw that. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, no.
Justice, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Is that, oh my God, I'm going to mispronounce that. I don't want to mispronounce that. R Sizzle? If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Welcome to the live show. Says the whole event crowd rooted for Walshy on stage. Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't expect them not to. It's fucking Walshy. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And then Brian with the 26 month resub. You get a woo! I got it perfect. Oh, I'm fucking on fire with names today.
There you go.
Holy moly. I didn't even clean my glasses for this shit. For those that wear glasses, you'd understand what I meant there. They get dirty quickly. You know?
And sometimes you don't even know how.
Yeah. Like it's just normal wear, you know? Like I'm not sitting there going like, it's fucking smudging them up. You know what I mean? I don't go out of my way to do that. K Diddy Bot.
Ooh.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Hope you enjoy. It's going to be a fun time. We're already having fun. It's great. Walshy's not having fun, but we're having fun. No, I bet he's having a lot of fun. It seemed like everybody on that stage was having a great time, regardless. And yes, the Walshy trash talk was chef's kiss. It was perfect. And yes, Beth, we stand Walshy here. So yeah, Triggers Down won that in fucking handily. It wasn't even a competition. The last Spartan standing winner is I Crush All. So congratulations to I Crush All on winning the Dolby sponsored last Spartan standing tournament. $5,000 tournament, if I am not mistaken.
Very nice.
Why doesn't the sub message appear on the stream chat? Brian, I thought you told me not to read them anymore. Okay, I'll fucking read it. He says, oh, snap, that's 26 months. 26 is a special number for no reason other than the fact that we will be in Seattle for HCS Worlds in 26 days. That's about everything that makes 26 a special number. It's pretty bland, if I'm being honest. I even Googled fun facts for the number 26. Nothing interesting came up. Oh, well, not all numbers can be 69 or elite. See you all soon. Thanks, Brian.
Wonderful.
Stoked to see you, though. That's going to be fun. R Sizzle says, it was funny when Walshy, when they introduced each player, Walshy, instead of raising the middle finger, he raised his pointer finger as a claw. That's what I loved probably the most about the entire thing, is that I genuinely thought he was going to flip off Golden Boy. But no, when he did the claw, I'm like, oh my God, that was amazing. That was amazing. Amazing. Okay, this is where I mispronounced the name. Is it Baggy? Probably mispronounced the shit out of that. Welcome to the live show, by the way. It says 26 is the number of miles in a marathon. Well, there you go. A Rubik's Cube can always be solved in 26 moves or less. Brian, you really fucking failed at finding fun facts about the number 26, didn't you? Wow. We have people just shouting out a couple of them right away, and Brian's like, I fucking even searched. I couldn't find anything. That's okay. Moving on. The FFA.
The FFA.
In 8th place, we had Bepix. 7th, Reverbed. 6th, Despiteful 3462. 5th was Dakota, NY. I don't know if it's New York, but regardless. 4th was Glowsy. 3rd was Porky J. 2nd, Gunplexion. And 1st was Gold Star BR. The old tried and true Gold Star BR.
Wow.
Taking it home. Taking it home. Will, Let's move on to pool play.
Pool play. All right.
You want to take Pool A?
Yeah, sure.
Take Pool A.
Coming in at the bottom of Pool A was the Chiefs. Unfortunately, they went 0-4.
Uh-huh.
Fnatic 1-3. Ascend 2-2. FaZe Clan 3-1. And Optic Gaming perfect record at 4-0.
Yep, so this was this and probably Pool C was the pools that we were closest in predictions for, because Fnatic won a game, and I just imagined them I imagined the pool play team that came in was just going to get swept out completely, but no, that was actually the Chiefs. Ugh. It's okay. That pool was just a slaughter fest from the get-go.
That was tough.
Yeah, when you have FaZe and Optic in the same one, oh my God. I'll do Pool B here. And Pool B, where I thought Native Red was actually going to do better, they didn't. But regardless, G1 went 4-0 in their pool. Oxygen Esports coming from open bracket. Okay? Oxygen Esports coming from open bracket takes second place in their pool. This was a three-way split. Oxygen, Native Red, and Quadrant all went 2-2 in their pool, but based off who they beat to get that 2-2 record, it was actually Oxygen Esports taking second in their pool, and not only doing that, but auto-qualifying for pools at Worlds. Insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't believe that.
That pool was just unbelievably crazy. But again, like I said, Native Red and Quadrant also went 2-2, but they didn't get auto-qualified for pools. But that's okay. And then Centenegra went 0-4. Will, what happened in Pool C?
Well, as expected, Sentinels swept the pool.
Mm-hmm.
G2, 3-1. Na'Vi went 2-2. Did you expect Na'Vi to have that type of record? Kind of that even split?
I think our predictions were Sentinels, G2, Na'Vi, Cruelty, and then the open bracket team. I think that's what we agreed on.
Yeah, so what was the shock was Cruelty going 0-4.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, they are... I don't want to dunk on that team. It sucks that they went 0-4, but you had TSS Esports coming in. That was Ace's new team, if I'm not mistaken, and they
pulled the game.
They pulled the game.
Yep. This Pool D, it's definitely a surprise there for me.
This was interesting for me as well. So in Pool D, we have E United actually going 4-0 when we thought Cloud9 was going to take that spot. Not necessarily 4-0, but like just take the pool as the winning team. But it was actually Cloud9 taking second in the pool, going 3-1. Then it was Jailings actually going 2-2. Space Station going 1-3, and Space Station had a lot of issues going on as well. Just to give everybody a heads up, one of their players had visa issues, so they didn't play with their full team. And as a result, their actual coach had to step in and be the sub for the player that wasn't able to make it. And then Elamite was their coach for the event, and there's a language barrier there, obviously. So it was unfortunately the way the things worked out for that team. But I mean, they did eke out a series, so you can take that for what you will. And they actually do a couple things in losers as well, but we'll get to that eventually. And then Falling Esports, this was Kratos' team, as a matter of fact, going 0-4. Get dunked on, bro. I don't know. But yeah, if Space Station had their full roster in play, I would have expected them to do better. But it is what it is, and that really sucks that that's the way it went down. But you know, hopefully for Worlds, because they are. So it's the top 12. This is how Worlds is going to work for folks who may not understand. The top 12 teams, regardless of region, from Orlando automatically qualify for pool play at Worlds. Automatically. Dordium, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Then there is a play-in bracket. Okay? This play-in bracket will consist of the top 2 teams in each region that did not make top 12 at Orlando using HCS points as a tiebreaker. They will be in a play-in bracket, and the 4 teams to make it out of that play-in bracket make it into the pools at Worlds. Okay? So hopefully that clears things up. Because like I said, while Space Station may not have made top 12 at the event, they are still top 2 in their region in terms of HCS points. So take that for what you will. They did qualify for the play-in bracket. Also, holy shit, Warhawk, Crossfade, and Nady by Nature. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the live show. Crossfade says, kind of crazy Proton lost to a coach. They were frying really, though. Thought they had that series. And then the play-in bracket is such a lame idea. Rewards people for not living in North America. So we'll have thoughts about the whole like point structure and whatnot in like Worlds, whatever. We'll get to that. And then Dora says, who are teams in the play-in bracket? I don't know if we have them all solidified yet. At least I didn't look. So I apologize in advance. But like you can already guarantee that Ascend's going to be there because they're the top team in Europe in terms of points, right? They're the top team. They're going to make it into the play-in bracket because they didn't make top 12. Space Station because they are the top team in Mexico. My apologies. The Chiefs, right? They're gonna be the top team in Australia and New Zealand, so they'll make it as well. And I think Mind Freak or Divine Mind. I think Divine Mind and the Chiefs are the 2 teams coming out of Australia and New Zealand. Just deducing from there. So that's what I'd assume. But with that, those are the pools. So we know how things shake out there, right?
Yeah.
Let's get into bracket play. I'm not going to go through the entire open bracket because that, a lot of teams. I ain't got time. Sorry, not sorry. For the championship bracket, let's move to the upper bracket first, or the winners bracket. And Optic Gaming really just ran house. If there was anything for me to say about this is that Optic Gaming came to play. And this is the Optic Gaming that we were expecting to see at Kansas City, but we didn't get. And now, like, you could tell that they were mad about how they placed at KC, and they used all of that anger towards progressing as a team. And you could tell from the moment that Brad, APG, was on main stage, from that first series of the day, like that first pool play series, you could just fucking tell. Dialed in. Nothing was, for lack of a better pun, nothing was phasing him, right? You could just tell. Like, he was fucking dialed in.
Yeah.
The entire time. It wasn't until that after series interview when he said, like, the job's not done, that he let the crowd guy to get to him, and like, because they were boosting him up, they were cheering him on, and you finally saw a glimpse of that, like, breaking down of the barrier a little bit. That obviously he's a human being, but no, he was dialed in from the get-go, and he knew what they were there to do. Okay,
it's like we've always talked about that Tox Optic previous.
Yeah,
it's like they were there for business. They knew what they needed to do. They were locked in.
Yep.
It felt like Optic had that this event.
Absolutely. Flange Kill, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Good to see you. So Optic Gaming ran house, right? And it's kind of crazy because, and again, we'll get to losers, but I just want to say they 3-1 to United. Okay.
Yeah.
In winners round 2, the semifinal. In the winners final, they 3-0'd FaZe. And that's important to note because, yes, what people may not realize is that, yes, pool play is a different, just like online is a completely different beast to LAN, right? I hope people understand that now, is that LAN is completely different than online play. Okay. And yes, we had disconnects. I'm not going to sugarcoat that shit. Like, that was bad.
Yep.
But LAN is a completely different experience than online. Pool play is a different experience than bracket play. Bracket play, there's a little bit more at stake, especially if you're in losers bracket. Then if you lose your home, you go home. You know what I mean? Like there's more at stake there. There's more emotions at play. Teams bring out a little bit more in themselves during bracket play. So in pools, you had FaZe against Optic because they're in the same pool, and that went to a game 5.
It did.
And you're like, oh, fucking FaZe came to play.
It was a good series to watch.
Yes, and not to say FaZe didn't come to play, because we're going to talk about where they placed later, and I thought they did incredible for what they were given. But in bracket play, when things truly mattered and things were on the line, Optic just came fucking swinging and they 3-0'd them. What's up, Overkill? Welcome back.
Hello.
An HCA fighter. Welcome to the live show. Thank you for the follow. So Optic Gaming runs house through winners on their side of the bracket. Okay? On the other side, things get weird. Because with how pools shook out and how seeding worked for the bracket, Sentinels and Cloud9 went up against each other immediately.
I would say this it was a stacked side of the bracket.
Yep. So Sentinels went up against Cloud9. Winners bracket round 1. Okay? And as we all should know, what's up, Collect? Welcome back. Can we get a round of applause for Collect for making fucking worlds? Congratulations, Collect. For those who don't know and for those who don't understand, what's up, Snag? Welcome back. Cloud9 is a different team on LAN. Okay? Now, I did have them taking fourth this event. Because this was me like giving praise to FaZe. Because, you know, there's always that question about, do they have enough practice going into this event? Have they shored up their objective deficiencies, right? Are they all gelling together? Can they make something happen? Because we know that while Cloud9 is not a great online team, that's proven, when it comes to LAN, they step up a little bit. And not just a little, they step up a lot of it. Okay? Well, I don't know if Sentinels were just having a bad day, but Cloud9 took them to task and beat them 3-1. Okay? Sending Sentinels to losers, not just losers, but way earlier than I thought they'd be sent to losers. Okay? Because again, for my predictions, I had Sentinels taking second in this event. All right? So that was crazy. And then on the other side, you had FaZe beating G1 3-1. G1, I didn't think we're going to do a lot this event, to be honest with you. I thought they have great talent, but again, I didn't see them doing a ton. Okay? So that's that. I want to catch up on chat real quick.
Go for it.
Bloom Dog, welcome to the live show. That's So Blue Jay, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. It says 254 episodes. What the fuck? How have I never seen these guys before? Because people hate us. You'll figure that out, that people hate me, and you'll figure it out quick. Okay? Sentinel's disappointed Cloud9 show that Renegade was overrated. I don't know about overrated, okay? He's not overrated. Let's calm down. Holy moly. Oh, man. Blue Jay, not overrated, man. Come on. G1 could have gotten sent in that round 5 if not for bad positioning. And that's Malum. BC the Gray, welcome to the live show. Malum, that's the thing too, right? That's what separates. This is what I talk about all the time on the show. That is what separates the goods from the greats. Okay? And I'm not saying G1 is not a great team. They're just not there yet. Can they get there? Absolutely. And you know they're going to put the time in leading into Worlds. Do not get me wrong here. Okay? But there's a reason why you said it. Positionals, right? Sentinels were in a better position than G1 were to win that game 5, that 50-49 Slayer. That's how fucking close that was. And it wasn't even on main stage. We'll get to that later too. But that's what separates those teams. That's what separates those types of teams. And I don't want people, and I'm not saying you guys are, but I don't want to hear slander towards Lethal or any shit like that. You know, there were multiple games for multiple teams that one player did not play to their potential. I saw multiple games where Cloud9 where Eco didn't play to his potential, right? And they still got second this event. So there's that. Fire Ninja beaming streaming. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the live show. Hope you guys have a good time. And if I missed something in chat, I apologize. Got some new faces here. People chatting, keeping it lively. I love it. We're going to keep going. So then it's FaZe versus Cloud9 in the winner's semifinal. Okay. And it was at this moment. Now, Cloud9 have been kind of wishy-washy this event, if we're being completely honest. Okay. But it was this series that FaZe really proved to me. And I learned a lot about this. This is why I gave FaZe a lot of praise after the United Grunt Classic. Okay. Okay. What the fuck is happening right now? Flawed Argument, Slow Dive, and Pog with the follows. Thank you guys so much. What is happening? What the fuck?
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are crazy right now. I praised FaZe, and I've been a FaZe skeptic. You can go back to previous episodes. You'll know that I've been a FaZe skeptic. Okay. But it was that series. It was that series that really solidified to me that FaZe have done what I was wanting them to do. And I got to see it firsthand. They shored up their objective deficiencies. Renegade came out and said that this was this team he feels has the most passion of any team that he's been a part of. Right? They clearly are working well together. They all can play objective. No one needs to be the objective guy on their team. Everybody can play objective. You know everybody can slay. Like, that's a given. With the talent that you have on that roster, you already know everybody can slay. But it was that series. It was the Cloud9 series. And maybe there was that in the back of Renegade's head, like, I'm going to show these fucking guys what's up. Old team, you know. And apparently, like, drama behind the scenes. Not trying to fuel that right now. Just saying, like, from what's been said around the internet, there was some drama behind the scenes with that team, why he wanted to leave, whatever. But it was that series. When I saw Renegade, it was Bizarre CTF. When I saw Renegade, he got a killing frenzy that game, if I'm not mistaken. That man.
Is that when did he start off 0-1 and then just went on a frenzy
I think
after
so.
that?
I think so. It was that game. It was that game. It was that series that made me realize that, okay, FaZe, you have shut me up. And that is all that I want. That's all that I've ever wanted, is for that roster to shut me the fuck up. Because I can't say that I believe in it unless I see it. I need to see it first. It's the whole optic LAN thing, right? I will, and I have said that if they've been this online Warriors type team where they'll win every online event, no problem. It's fucking online. Who cares? It's not until a LAN environment that you really have to prove yourself. And fanboying aside, yeah, they won and they proved themselves. FaZe proved themselves to me at this event. I could say, oh, they played so well at the Grunt Classic. I don't fucking care. It's online. Yes, I learned something, but they didn't prove it to me. It was proven to me in Orlando that they have fixed a lot of the deficiencies, really worked together as a team, and straight up kicked some ass. In that Bizarre CTF game, I was saying it when we were doing the watch along and whatnot. It truly felt to me that Renegade's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. And Renegade, to me, it felt like he was playing Halo 5 again on that Splice roster. With the way he was moving around with thrust and the grapple shot. Yes, I know grapple shot's not in Halo 5. But just the way he was moving around the map, the way he was flanking enemies, the way he was he had his way with his old team. Like, he was playing matchmaking. And that's fucking terrifying. So FaZe beat them 3-1, handily outplayed them. But then again, Optic just went on a tear, and that was kind of expected, right? Or not expected, but I guess wanted, you could say. Catching up on chat here for a second.
Yeah.
Gun slaying. Detective Pat, Blue Devil Dan. And Lug, thank you for the follows. Welcome to the live show. Hope you guys are having a great fucking night. ATA says C9 would have won with Renegade. I wouldn't even go that far. Reason why? KC wouldn't go that far. Well, to be fair, Quadrant could have won against Sentinels at KC. Woulda, shoulda sort of thing. It's always a woulda, shoulda sort of thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'll get to those subs in a second as well. Sentinels are just inconsistent. And this is why I never bet against Sentinels in a LAN environment. I never bet against Sentinels in a LAN environment because you never know what's going to happen. But we always say this too. With Halo, you never know what's going to happen. Any day is a different day. Every series could drastically be different. You have no fucking idea. You can have your predictions. Our predictions are always wrong, but there's that. Snag says biggest L was not streaming those 2 games Sunday. We'll talk about that later as well. I agree with you. And then Snagalicious, thank you so much, Snag, for the 3 gifted subs to Maddie, Anthony ADHD, and Console. Greatly appreciated. Lug says King Nick cost them some games. Everyone else played well while Nick going -8+. And that's the thing too, is that Lug, I said it just earlier, is that there have been multiple games and multiple series in this event where one player on a team has not been performing up to what we expect them to play at. Like my example was Eco on C9. There were multiple games where, to my eyes, he wasn't playing up to his ability, right? And again, this is like what if scenarios. What if Nick was playing to his true potential? What if Eco was playing to his true potential? You know? Yeah, I'll throw Lethal in there, I guess. What if Lethal was playing to his true potential, even though his assists were off the fucking charts? You know what I mean? Always these what if scenarios. If every player was locked in, playing the best Halo they ever played, would this event shake out differently? I don't know. And Fire, there you go. There you go, Fire. Fire says, who cares? Lethal went negative almost every game when they won KC. And that was why, to the comment that said, if Renegade was on C9, they would have won, go back and watch KC. Was there inner turmoil in that team? Who the fuck knows? But all I know is that Sentinels 4-0'd them. So there's that. Carnig, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Greatly appreciated. Let's go to losers bracket, Will.
Okay.
Well, I guess I should. I'm really sorry. I've been talking a lot. Will, is there anything you want to say about the upper bracket?
You hit all the points. I don't know what else to say. There is something. Someone mentioned it in chat too. We've been praising FaZe, but someone made the comment weak mentals though, right? I think classic reflux, and that does worry me with the team down the line. Will they get in their own heads if they don't start winning more? Will they start going at each other? I mean, we know Spartan and King Nick are good, but is Renegade going to want more?
You know what's funny? You mentioned that. And the individual in chat that mentioned that too, is that when FaZe lost to Cloud9 the second time around, we'll get to that. When FaZe lost to Cloud9 the second time around, you know what I saw on the side of FaZe after they lost?
What's that?
Shaky hands.
Shaky hands.
And I know that in the grand scheme of things, it might not mean anything, but like, it's just eyesight, right? Like when you see something like that, to me, it was a little telling. What if? Now, I do believe that they are forced to be reckoned with because they're just going to practice their asses off leading into Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
But when I saw those shaky hands at the end of that series, because of how easily they fucking whooped their asses earlier, and then they got their asses handed to them the second time around because Cloud9 on LAN is just a different fucking thing. Actually, I should say Championship Sunday is a different fucking thing. Championship Sunday is a different fucking thing. Let's move to losers. Proton Gaming beat the Chiefs, so the Chiefs just literally won and done. They're out. Sorry, guys. We'll see you in the play-in bracket. Because I think by points you make it there anyway. Falling Esports, Kratos' team, RIP, lost to Team War. The ragtag group of players, Rami, Envor, Tony Two-Turnt.
Tony.
I honestly forgot who the last player was, and I feel like an asshole. But they went on a loser's bracket run, let me tell you. So they 3-0 Falling Esports. Moving on. Complexity 3-0 Cruelty. Whoop-de-fucking-do. And then Anime Demons 3-0 Sintenegra. So, again, whoop-de-fucking-do.
Hysteria is the last member of Team War.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, and oh my God, in the after-match interview against, I think it was against Ascenders, whoever it was against, and he said fucking shout out Monster for dropping me on that Complexity roster. I'm like, oh, fucking get him, dude. Get him, bro. A little jab. Love it. And then here's where Space Station did a little something. They beat Proton Gaming 3-2. Again, very close series, but it is what it is. Team War beat Quadrant, so another international team done and dusted. 3-2 going to Team War. Fnatic 3-1 over Complexity. I did say that, pay attention to Complexity. I'm eating my words right now. Okay? I'm eating my words right now. Don't pay attention to them anymore. What I meant to say was you pay attention to them when they had Hysteria. They don't have them anymore. Now it's Team War. And then TSS Ace's team beat Anime Demons 3-0 to move on. Na'Vi winning a series, believe it or not, against Space Station in a hot 3-0. Team War, here is where things got fucking spicy.
Yeah.
Here is where things got spicy. So Ascend got fucked in their pool. That goes without saying, okay? You have two of arguably the best North American teams in the world, like two of the best Halo teams in the world in the singular pool. And then you have Ascend coming in, who is the best team in the EU region. They just got, oh man, they got fucked. So they went up against a hot Team War who weren't done playing their game yet and just played with Ascend the entire time, and they beat him 3-1. Ascend got knocked out really early, and my prediction got absolutely annihilated for Ascend. I truly believe that Ascend would be a top 8 team. You know what's funny? I'm going to give Tools some shit right now. I think Tools had Ascend getting fucking 3rd or 4th this event. You're out of your goddamn mind, Garrett.
Josh.
Yeah.
I know how much you love puns.
I hate puns. Go ahead.
Blue Jay says.
Oh, no.
The tides have tonied, you could say.
Did they get two-turned?
They got turned.
They got turned to fucking Tony two-turned. Jigbo and PlayPat, thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the live show. Thank you. Welcome. So yeah, Team War annihilated Ascend, sent Ascend home, and my prediction went fucking poof. Just like that. Top 8, what? I'm at top 16. Holy fuck! I wasn't expecting that at all. The tables have two turned. I hate puns. Fuck off.
Oh, how the turntables.
How the turned tables. Native Red, XKCP just had their way with Fnatic because that team can't get anything together, and they 3-0'd them. And then TSS, Ace's team again, annihilating Jailings 3-0, sending another international team home packing. But now it was Collect's turn to have some fun. Collecting the Oxygen Esports team. Shout out Nemesis, MN. You know what it is. Oxygen Esports beat Na'Vi 3-2. Hot Game 5 action that was taking place there. But really in that Game 5, Oxygen had their way with Na'Vi. If you watched it, they just took them to task. So yeah, Oxygen Esports moving on. And with that win over Na'Vi, solidifying themselves in a pool play spot at Worlds. So congratulations, Oxygen Esports. Then it was G2 Esports going up against Team War. And G2 were like, hey, I know you guys have had a hot streak right now, but no. And they beat them 3-0. So there was that. And with that, G2 also solidified themselves a pool play spot at Worlds. On the lower side of the bracket, Sentinels went up against Native Red, ex-KCP. And unfortunately for KCP, you played against a Sentinels team who, you know, don't really fuck up when the rubber meets the road. At least until what we'll talk about later in the bracket. They beat them 3-0, sending ex-KCP home. And then G1 sent Ace's team home with 3-0 as well, because G1 are just better. Oxygen Esports went up against G2 Esports in the losers round 5. Yes, it's losers bracket. Losers bracket, not elimination bracket. All right. Fallen Spartan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show.
Did you get the one before that too?
Yeah, PlayPad. Yeah.
PlayPad? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that one.
Oh, you're okay.
In my own head.
It's all good. G2 beat Oxygen 3-2. Unfortunate, but hey, well, Oxygen, I imagine, wanted to go further within the tournament. They got a pool play spot in Worlds, and, you know, you can't be too upset with that. And then we have G1 versus Sentinels. Now here, okay. This is where disappointment came to play because they did not have these games streamed on main. And I get that partially it probably had to do with how fucked the schedule got on Saturday night because of all the disconnects that took place. And also, like, alongside that, the show match that was going to take place on Sunday morning, where viewership probably had to play in that because they wanted to do the world premiere of a singular remake. But yeah, it fucking blows that these matches weren't streamed. But let's give credit where credit is due, because the LVT team, shout out Louis Titan and crew, they did stream the G1 Sentinels game. And fun fact, if you open up the Google Doc of the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in chat, if you're watching live, it's in there. You can go check it out. And what ended in a 50-49 Slayer game, it was Sentinels beating G1 3-2. And we could go down this fucking rabbit hole of what ifs and should'ves and could'ves and would'ves. It doesn't fucking matter. Sentinels won, moving on. Okay. And Beans, I'm not disagreeing with you. Also, Psychedelic, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. So then, we have Cloud9 versus Sentinels in the losers semifinal. You have the team who is known to be the absolute best on Championship Sunday, the team you never bet against on a Championship Sunday in Sentinels, versus the Kings of Inconsistency, is what I'm going to name them now, Cloud9. Cloud9, I don't know if they pissed in Sentinels Cheerios or something, but something happened here. Like, I think Snakebite said that Eco's brain or something like that was their kryptonite or something for the series.
Interesting.
But regardless, Cloud9 just annihilated them. It was a 3-0. And that series was over sooner than you could even think about it. That's what it felt like.
I was expecting this to be a 3-2 going either way, honestly.
Yep.
The fact it was a 3-0 was telling that Sentinels weren't playing to their potential, I think, or Cloud9 were just on that day.
And also, I missed a series, Will. I missed the losers quarterfinal because Cloud9 just whooped G2 3-0. But so here's the crazy part. My prediction was that Sentinels were going to take second this event and Optic were going to win. Okay? And in order for my prediction to be correct, and the way how things had to have played out, is that Sentinels would have to have beat G1, they would have to have beat E United, they would have to have beat Cloud9, and then they'd had to have beat FaZe. Back to back to then make it to the grand finals against Optic and then lose. They were on their way to doing just that. Because they beat G1 3-2. in a very close, very, very close series. And then they beat E United in a 3-2 as well. So I'm like, holy shit, we might actually see this happen. This would be insane. But Cloud9, nah. They did piss in Sentinels Cheerios. And they won 3-0.
Do you think any sort of like tournament fatigue came in with having back-to-back 3-2 games?
No.
Or series?
I don't. And I'm not trying to shit on your question. It's just when I see that said.
No, just trying to devil's advocate.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No,
point.
I don't think that they were tired. No, I don't think that mentals were weak. No, I don't think that Cloud9 are just the optimal better team. I don't think that. I honestly don't. When you talk to these pro players at the top of their game, right? We're talking about literally the best players in the world. Okay? They don't get exhausted. Okay? Maybe if we're talking about MLG back in the day, best of 11s. Okay? Maybe if we're talking about that, but these guys are the best in the world. They don't get fatigued in a best of 5 series. Back-to-backs. They just don't. They're better than that. And for those out there, I'm not saying you guys in chat or anything, but like for those out there that may say like, oh, it's weak mentals or anything like that. No, it's not that either. None of these guys have weak mentals because like you see these game 5 wins over and over again. It's what I said earlier in the show. It's what separates the goods from the greats. And E United also surprised me this event. Like while I was right on where they end up in the overall standings, like they did surprise me in where they came out hot. Like in pools, they came out fucking swinging, man.
Yeah, I was happy with what they were doing.
Yes. And we just know that they're going to get better. That's the best part about these teams is that they're only going to get better. G2 has officially signed Barcode. They're only going to get better. G1 is this was their first real LAN experience against top teams. And that was the thing too. For people saying that, oh, G1 is going to be incredible and whatnot, they hadn't played any top tier team on LAN yet. Hell, they hadn't played a top tier team online. And I'm not counting scrims. I'm talking like the E United Grunt Classic and shit. Scrims don't mean anything. They didn't play anybody yet. This was their first real test. And they're only going to get better. E United, strong side, Jesus Christ. Snipe Down got picked up on loan from FaZe. This was their first LAN. They're only going to get better.
Geez, strong side's coming back. Whoa.
Right? I know, crazy.
Whoa.
I'm just telling these teams are only going to get better if they put the work in leading up to Worlds. It's a month away. Like if they put the work in, they're only going to get better. And that's what's terrifying. But I will say, Optic was obviously the best team at this event. Optic were clearly head and shoulders above the competition at this event. Okay? But every other team, all teams are going to get better, and I'm super, super fucking excited. Can't wait. Can't wait. But then we have the loser final. And it was Cloud9 versus FaZe Clan. And again, this is where, when people should go back and watch, I talked about giving praise to Renegade. I talked about giving praise to that FaZe squad in that, in their match against Cloud9 earlier within the tournament. And FaZe had their way with Cloud9. Just annihilated them. But there's just something about that Cloud9 on LAN. And they had what it took to beat them. They learned from their mistakes in that first series. And Cloud9 beat FaZe 3-1. In what I was expecting to be a lot closer of a series, it didn't turn out to be that way. And fucking, what was it that, was it that overtime CTF on Catalyst? I think it was. There was an overtime CTF on Catalyst where, like, it was so back and forth the entire fucking game. Nobody could really get anything going. And, like, obviously it was tied at the end and went into overtime. I don't know what the fuck FaZe did Like, I'm pretty sure it was this series. I don't know what the fuck FaZe did, but Penguin was basically able to get OS uncontested, go all the way into their base, grab flag, go straight across, and just punch the fucker in. Like that. Holy moly. Glasses says, bound flag cap play of the tourney. Was that the one, or am I thinking of something different? Also, the official Derek, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Catching up on chat here for a second. PlayPat says, FaZe would have been a tougher matchup for Optic, in my opinion. I'm glad C9 beat FaZe. I mean, if we're basing it off of that pool play match, then I guess you could say that. But at the same time, like in the winners final, Optic beat them 3-0. So who knows what the better matchup would have been, but it is what it is. Oh, Bound was the one that sent it to overtime. Got it. Thank you for the clarification. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just that flag cap and then the Penguin flag cap in OT where that was one of the quickest OTs I've ever seen. Like they just grabbed it, whipped it back, and just nailed it in. Like, holy shit.
I've seen that happen in like matchmaking in some scrims, but never in an actual tournament play like that. Like you just wouldn't expect someone could get that flag for free basically and walk it back.
It was insane. Absolutely insane. And Cloud9, like Penguin had the unbelievable skewer plays. Penguin's like, hey guys, I got a backpack here. I'm going to stuff you all in it. Just Bound, here you go. Eco, here you go. Stellar, here you go. We're going to hop on up. We're going to like buckle it in so you guys don't go anywhere. You know, we're just all safe and secure. I'm going to put you on my motherfucking back and we're going to go. And go did they go. Holy moly, that series. I thought it was going to be closer, especially considering what happened earlier in the tournament, and that didn't happen. It just didn't happen. So we have Optic Gaming versus Cloud9 in the grand finals. And here is where I was worried, everybody. I was worried. Because this is where it all came to a head.
Yep.
Will Optic crumble when the lights are the brightest? Will they? I was so scared. I know, like, I'm not supposed to be biased, but I don't fucking care. I want Optic to win. If only for my predictions, but I like the guys on the team. So I was genuinely nervous. I was afraid that, you know, they were so prepared. They were so locked in. But then you have Cloud9. And when you have Cloud9 who are all dialed into, and it's Championship Sunday on LAN, I'm scared. But then two things happen. One, the series started, obviously. And two, I remembered KC. Where everybody had doubted Sentinels. Everybody, myself included. I ripped off my fucking thing and I had an Optic jersey on. I'm like, they're winning KC, and they didn't fucking win. They did terrible. But I look back to KC and I'm like, oh man, everybody doubted Sentinels too. And they 4-0'd them. They 4-0'd Cloud9 in that grand finals. Why not Optic? Why not Optic? And while it wasn't a 4-0, it was a 4-1. Out-rotated, out-slayed, outplayed objective.
The whole team was on fire.
They outplayed the fuck out of them. They knew, and I meant what I said. When I saw APG, when I saw Brad on main stage for the first time in that tournament, and you saw how dialed in he was, I knew things were different from KC at that point. And I'm not saying this is an Optic fanboy. You know, like, I'm not fucking out there shouting Greenwall and whatnot. I like the team. But yeah, they were just better. head and shoulders above the rest of the competition throughout the entire weekend. The only close match they have was in pool play against FaZe.
Yeah.
And it was a pool play game. And I think it almost kicked off the weekend.
There's just something for me. Like, I wish they would have played Sentinels just to, like, put that to rest a little bit.
We all wish that FaZe played a United.
Yeah.
But that never happened. That didn't happen once in this tournament. Yeah, I was genuinely sad about that because I wanted Snipe Down to kick Spartan's teeth in. But it didn't happen. Nothing against Tyler. I just thought it'd be like fucking hilarious to see that happen. But whatever. It was just, Optic played remarkably well. Remarkably well. Bongo Monks, thank you for the follow. And Braylon Jad. Braylon? I'm going to say Braylon. Thank you for the follow. And Sick Nick. Yo.
Nice.
Sick Nick. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, everybody, to the live show. Hope you guys are having a great night. Will, go through the overall placings.
All right. I guess we have the top 10 placings. There should be two more top 12, 9 through 12th, right? Or the graphics cut off or something.
You're not wrong.
So in 9th, 12th, we have TSS and Navi. Also, that would be Team War.
Yep.
And Native Red.
Correct.
In 7th, 8th, G1 and Oxygen Esports. 5th, 6th, E United and G2. That means Sentinels are in 4th. FaZe in 3rd. Cloud9 2nd. And your winners of HCS Orlando, Optic Gaming. As you all know.
Yes. And again, the top 12 from Orlando, regardless of region, qualify for pool play at Worlds. Gilly Guap, thank you for the follow. And
what a name.
Rehaze, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the live show. Overkill says I was kind of hoping Formal would choke again, honestly. Hey, that's fine. That's why we watch these, right? You want your team to win. You're rooting for your team to win. I'm rooting for my predictions to be right. You know? And I just wanted to see Optic win a fucking LAN. I really did. And yes, Bongo says World is going to be lit. It is going to be fucking lit. Ariel Tokyo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. You guys are popping off today. Holy moly. Thank you all for keeping the conversation flowing. Again, hope everybody's having a great night. What a wonderful tournament that we had. Buy angry. Thank you for the follow. BC the Gray. Oh, Das Killer. 420. Aaron? What is happening right now? Thank you guys for the follows. What the fuck? Welcome to the live show. BC the Gray says, question about SSG and the roster change. Do you think placing for Worlds has anything to do with it? By picking up Knights, they locked in a spot in the LATAM region. SSG may not have had the top 12 finish with their previous roster, and it would have put that spot at risk. Being a partner at Org, I wonder if that was a business decision. BC, I don't think you're wrong. I do find it incredibly... Now, I give praise. There are players on the former SSG roster, Collect being one of them, he's in here, that I do like, that I do enjoy, that I do want them to succeed, obviously. But on the other hand, from a business decision standpoint, yeah, I think it was fucking smart of them when if they put the offer out there and the offer was on the table, and Space Station is a much bigger org than the Pittsburgh Knights are, and it's an amicable business decision that they make. Yeah, I think it was smart. And I do find it funny that this is an internal thought that I've had for a while, ever since the roster was announced. I'm like, it's kind of funny that they do have the best team in the Mexican region, which means, yes, they auto-qualify. But hey, business is business. Business is business. Gilly says, Collect played great this tourney. Yo, shout out to Team War. Team War played fucking phenomenally as well. Absolutely. Yeah. If the current Optic roster didn't win a LAN, that would have been sad. Such a talented roster. Glad they performed at their level. And that's the thing, is that if they didn't win Blue Jay, if they did not win, I would have been like, it's a repeat, right? It's a repeat of them being the best online team, but not able to step up when it comes to an actual LAN environment. That would have been the story coming out of this event. And I didn't want that to be the story. I didn't want to have to be thinking that way going into this weekend. I mean, going into the show. And I'm glad that they clutched up. And they, like I said, they were clearly the better team all weekend. Fan favorite Rami was on fire, so happy for him as well. Dude, Rami and Envor, they got fucked so hard with previous rosters that they've been a part of, SSG being one of them, for Rami, that is. He was Envor was the best player on Fnatic, right? And they just make that squad make a fucking tear through and qualify for Worlds. Like, you couldn't ask for a better Cinderella story than that moment. You couldn't ask for anything better. Absolutely congrats to them. They earned that shit. Meowner says, making their HCS skin pure gold to stand out was a smart decision too. SSG Big Brain. That's awesome. Nurgly, welcome. Says, how late am I? Haven't caught a live in several months. Hey, you're here now. That's all that matters. Welcome to the live show. We're going to be wrapping up our Orlando Post-Show shortly, and then we're going to get into some serious shit. Scarabajillo. If I just mispronounced that, I'm sorry, but welcome to the live show. And yeah, we talked about Gold Star winning FFA as well. It was awesome. That was awesome. Good on him. Good on him. Angry says, are you considered pro if you've only ever placed top 16 in Halo 4? OGs of this show will know my thoughts on Halo 4 aside. No, I don't think it does. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just doesn't. Top 4 in Halo 4 is like top 16 and 5 in Infinite. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. All right. So if you guys don't know and you guys have not seen anything, or if you guys want to catch up on all the matches that took place, !show notes in the chat if you're watching live, or check out the description of the audio version or the VOD version on YouTube for the link to the show notes and brackets and all VODs. I made a playlist of all the VODs for each day. And that link in the show notes is to that playlist. So you can go ahead and watch all the VODs as well. Let's talk about our predictions, Will.
Can we not?
Let's talk about our predictions, Will.
No, please no.
For those who are new here, here's a fun fact. There's a reason why we're called HCS Pro Talk and not HCS Pro Play. We do not play the game professionally, but we talk about it in a semi-professional standard, right? You know, I scream a lot. That's me. BC the Gray says, just realized these episodes are available on Apple Podcasts. Love that. They're available on all your favorite podcast services.
They're out there. Including
my favorite, Pocket Casts. So if you guys did not know, here's a fun fact about our show. Our predictions are always wrong. They always have been. They've always been wrong. It doesn't matter what the fuck we say. Because as we know, any given Sunday, right? The football statement, but like any given Sunday, you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea what's going to happen, right? You could have E United just popping off. Never would have guessed it. I didn't think they had enough practice going into this event. They're popping off. Good for them. Stuff like that. Play says, how have I never found this channel before? This shit is dope. You're fucking dope. Thank you. Welcome. Please predict C9 to lose Worlds. No. I will give my genuine predictions, but that's for a later time in our Worlds pre-show. Stay tuned for that fucking a couple weeks from now, whatever it is. Will?
Yeah.
I really don't mean to rub this in. Okay? I really don't mean to rub this in. But for once, you were more wrong than I was.
For once.
So, Will, go ahead. Go through your predictions. No. And I'll go through mine because I was more right than you.
All right.
Because that's what matters in this world.
Yeah, yes.
D's 2, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Bongo says, will there be drops at Worlds? Yes. And they should be so you guys know how you've been getting like the diamond coatings for weapons and whatnot. Like the Commando was the grand final one. This for Orlando. The rumor / basically confirmed thing is that it'll be a diamond coating for your armor. to match the codings that have happened for the weapons. So stay tuned for that. Go for your predictions, Will. What happened?
7th and 8th, I had E United and Ascend. I thought E United was going to crumble a little bit sooner with the amount of practice and time they had coming into this event. Mm-hmm. Both of those were wrong. 5th, 6th, I had Native Red and G1, kind of some upset surprises going on there. That all fell through. I had Cloud9 in 4th.
We both did.
Yeah. I thought FaZe was just going to have an edge to them this event and be able to knock them out.
Yep.
In 3rd, 2nd, I had FaZe/Optic. I kind of gave a cop-out answer in that if FaZe and Optic met in the
losers round, whatever it was,
semifinal.
Yeah.
Or it would be the losers final.
I don't even know.
That Optic would lose there against, or was it win against FaZe, lose against Sentinels?
Oh, I don't remember. All I know is that I have listed here in 3rd, 2nd for you is either FaZe or Optic. So
I thought Sentinels were going to take it home just because
you don't bet against Optic.
Every time that I bet against them, they've won. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. So I put Sentinels in 1st. Obviously, none of that worked out. Josh kind of gave me a win in the FaZe in 3rd place thing. But it was a cop-out answer.
I gave you the win on that. You got that one. Technically, you had them either 2nd or 3rd. They were 3rd. You got the point. There you go. Real quick, Kamikaze, Merc, and Dutch Trav, thank you for the follows. Welcome. Justice says no Diamonds BR. That would also be included. So I think there would be, again, this is all but confirmed at this point. This isn't officially confirmed, but again, like kind of a worst kept secret scenario, the BR and the armor coating, like the diamond BR and diamond armor coating would be part of Worlds. And then there's like in the leak, there was also like a head armor effect as well. So again, stay tuned. It'll be fucking announced very, very soon. What's good, boys? Only reason left to live. HCS Pro Talk. Let's go. Yo, Shaggy Nades.
Whoa.
Thank you, man. Hell yeah, love you. We love the barcode, says Dutch. We do love barcode. We stand barcode in this chat. Abso-fucking-lutely. And Kamikaze says, I'm Kurtz. I keep getting coil bombed by newbies. I mean, you did one of those. You'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Love you, Shag. Thank you so much, man. All right. So yeah, you got one correct. You got FaZe taking 3rd.
One.
You got one.
I'll take it, I guess.
I didn't do much better. Because for my predictions in 7th and 8th, I had Native Red. I thought they were going to take a step back. And then I had Ascend, who I thought were going to take a step forward. Well, Ascend took like the biggest step back possible, getting top fucking 16 at the event. So I got that wrong. And then KCP, unfortunately, they didn't get top 8 either. Then I had E United in 5th, 6th, along with G1. I was correct on the E United front. Again, I just didn't believe they had enough practice going into this event. They did turn some heads though, which was awesome. But I found it funny when Stipedown was talking about like they were coming in as underdogs and whatnot. I'm thinking to myself, well, what the fuck are you talking about? I had you taking 5th, 6th, and you were right there. No underdog to me. Because I was right.
They were talking like underdogs to the
top teams.
The top teams.
Sure. And they didn't make it there, so it makes sense.
Oh.
I mean, that's not to throw shade either. Yo, Shag with the Prime Gaming sub.
Hey.
Thank you so much. You get a whoa! That isn't to throw shade at E United. The reason why I put them in that 5th, 6th spot is because I said multiple times, I didn't think they'd have enough practice coming into this event against a Cloud9, FaZe, Sentinels, or Optic.
Hell, I put them in 7th and 8th because I thought the bracket was going to shake out weird and something was going to happen.
Something fucky.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And then I was wrong on the G1 front because G2 actually took that spot. 4th, I had Cloud9 as well. Unfortunately, I was wrong on that front. Sentinels took it there. 3rd, I had FaZe, and that was right. So there's a point there. 2nd, I had Sentinels, but it was Cloud9. And then Optic taking 1st. I finally got an Optic prediction right. It took fucking forever. It took forever. But you know what? A broken clock is right twice a day, God damn it. And if my predictions are ever right, they're right twice a year, is what it fucking feels like at this point. Holy moly. Yo, Greater John. Not Great John, Greater John. And Pan Fry Cash Thank you for the follows. Greatly appreciated. Welcome to the live show. Surprise teams of the tournament, either good or bad. Team War, Oxygen, those were two great surprises by far. Ascend, bad as a surprise because as the best team in the EU region, yes, they got fucked in their pool, but like you gotta play better than that. And I know Team War were coming in hot, but you gotta play better than that. Like that was, and I know that they're probably hurting themselves about it too, but like, you gotta play better than that. Like like I said, Tools had them either taking third or fourth this entire event. And I'm like, there's no way that's happening. But like, it's just crazy. They need to play better than that. So they're a team that I thought would have done better, but didn't. Oxygen and Team War surprised the absolute hell out of me. Not necessarily surprised because I had them taking third this event, but reassuring. A reassuring team to me was FaZe. Because, again, when they first announced that roster, when Snipedown was originally part of that roster, I really was scared. Because, like, I was super critical. I was highly critical of that team. Who's playing objective? Who's going to be the in-game leader? It's all egos. What the fuck is going to happen there, right? Then, let go. They give Spartan to United. That's clearly working out for them, too. Nick goes back to be Spartan's duo. And they're gelling like crazy. And they are gelling like crazy. And I said it before during the episode, and I'll say it again. I love when they made me eat my fucking words. Because that's what I want to see. I just want to see them get better. I just want to see them get better. That's all. Sick Nick says Quadrant got destroyed as well. They did. But I wasn't really expecting a lot out of them, to be honest with you. Really wasn't expecting a lot out of them. I was expecting a lot out of Ascend. I had them taking top 8. That didn't happen at all. I would also say, not necessarily a surprise, but another kind of reassurance was G1 being where they were. Because I know a lot of people were high on G1 going into this event, but again, they hadn't played any top team, especially on LAN, because they just had been made with Boo Boo Doo Boo. And they didn't play any top teams in the Grunt Classic either, to my knowledge. So seeing them play the way that they did reassures me to know that I know they're going to get better. So that's what I'll say in that point. G2 taking a step up. That's kind of a nice surprise. They're really hitting it off with Barcode. And I can only imagine what they're going to be with more practice on their side too. So I guess they were a little bit of a nice surprise there.
That KCP roster for me they were generally 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So
they got fucked.
Yep. Seeing them fall a little behind here.
And that's the thing too, is that I expected them to do a little bit better. I said they'd take 8 because I thought they'd take a step back, but I still thought they'd take 8th.
Yeah.
Because they are their original roster now. They were top 12 Dutch. If I'm not mistaken, KCP, ex-KCP, aka Native Red, were top 12 for the event. But yeah, they went up against Sentinels, which sucked for them. But at the same time, it's like I thought they were gonna. Now that they had their full roster back, I thought they're gonna be good. Snagums, not Snagalicious, but Snagums. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. And then the other thing, I guess from a disappointment standpoint, and you could say that this might just be only because of my predictions, but Sentinels. Because I thought they'd do better.
I think a lot of people did.
Yep. Because, and I say this all the time, and I probably still won't count them out for Worlds, but if there's a team you don't bet against, like when Tom Brady was on the Patriots, right? I know everybody hates Tom Brady, but just hear me out. When Tom Brady was on the Patriots, there's one team you never bet against in sports. I know I sound like Skip Bayless right now. Just hear me out. It's the Patriots. You never bet against them because of what they were capable of doing with Tom Brady in the fourth quarter. They're able to make massive comebacks. I'm not even saying this. I'm not a Patriots fan. Okay. Just hear me out. That's what Sentinels were. That's what Sentinels quote unquote are, is that type of team. It's a team you don't count out because on Championship Sunday, they tend to show up. And they didn't show up. At least not at this event. So yeah, I would say they were a disappointment for me. Mainly because of my predictions, but really from a play standpoint. Blue Jay says, even now it's hard to bet against the Buccaneers. They will have a playoff berth and can always win the Super Bowl. Hey, if you got Tom Brady, anything's fucking possible, I guess. Sen has one top 3 finish on LAN this year. I'm just saying, it's a team I don't bet against. That's all. I just don't.
All right.
That's that.
Should we move on to thoughts about the tournament?
Yes. Thoughts about the tournament. And chat, feel free to mention your thoughts as well about the tournament as a whole. Shag says those boos for C9 were crazy though. The crowd was in full green wall mode for sure. It's optic. Yeah. It's Optic Gaming. The crowd's always going to cheer for Optic. Big shout out to APG though. In the after-match interview and telling everybody to be nice after like what was said about C9, big shout out to Brad. That's awesome. That's awesome. So they fixed VIP. Finally.
So I've heard.
They fixed VIP. They got a Lovesac sponsorship. Okay?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. That was fucking awesome. And Tashi said in a reply, it was either on Reddit or it was on Twitter, that this is, I think he said this is the norm going forward. Like this is what they strive for going forward. So I don't know if Lovesac's going to be the partner at Worlds. Okay. I don't know that, but that was cool because as someone who as a group that went to both Raleigh and KC, both VIP, both were very lackluster.
Can agree.
So this was great to see. J-Rags, thank you for the follow, and says, haven't been to an HCS event. Is the green wall always the only crowd to ever show up? Not necessarily, but for Halo, and now that they've won a fucking LAN, just wait, J-Rags. They are going to be insufferable. Just wait. Blue Jay says HCS used to host its championship in a damn tent. They've improved a lot over the years. Oh my God. Okay. Bringing it back to, what was that? Worlds 2017, I think.
Yeah.
Which is in Burbank at the ESL studio in Burbank.
I think talk about that. Yeah. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one. Yeesh. So yeah, VIP got upgraded. That's awesome. And I hope that continues. Really, really good job on their part. That's phenomenal. There's an HCS point allocation question by that Wonderboy brought up. And he says, realistically, there should be a multiplier on HCS points depending upon the strength of the region. So North America would be a 1 times, EU would be a 0.8 times, LATAM would be a 0.6 times, and ANZ would be a 0.4 times. And that the numbers can be whatever you want. Tweak it depending on the region's best placing from the last major. Would fix the open bracket seeds and Ascend being hard locked in 9th seed. I would like to see something changed up because literally both, I think it was both KC and this major, one team had one pool had absolutely stacked fucking teams in it.
Yeah.
And that just shouldn't be the case. Like you should have a stacked team or 2 per pool, regardless of region. So they got fucked by that pool, Blue Jay. I mean, the Chiefs did too. They got absolutely annihilated by that pool.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It was tough.
It sucks.
Yeah.
And then the throwback throwdown and matches on the main stages by Ogre 1. He said, so 8 teams left for Championship Sunday, and the first 2 matches are on the side stations before the pre-show begins. Am I seeing this right? One of the 2 teams that got first, Sentinels at KC, and second, G1 at the North American Super will be eliminated in silence. That was a joke, by the way. And he said, buy G2 skins. But again, I included the LVT VOD. You can go check out that game between Sentinels and G1. But yeah, that fucking sucked. That really, really sucked that they did that. They should just I get it. If it was from a viewership standpoint where they wanted the world premiere to be in front of the most eyes as possible in the morning, I guess I understand. But at the same time, everybody's waiting for grand finals anyway. The peak of your viewership is going to be at the grand finals.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put the players on ice. Like, I don't want to put teams on ice before the grand final, but it would have made more sense. Obviously, it would have made more sense to be on Friday or Saturday, okay? But that notwithstanding, it would have made more sense if you did it before the fucking grand final. All the viewership's there. Snag says you could have missed Sentinels and G1 entirely if you weren't paying attention. That's the fucking problem. That's the problem. BC the Gray says, though the event was good, wish they would have been more flexible with the streaming schedules and locations. Sen is too big of a Halo stars to be stashed away in an early game, not being broadcasted everywhere. 100%. Could not agree more. All right, well, let's talk about the world premiere of The Pit being remade. What'd you think? Go ahead. As somebody who is not a fan, or not necessarily not a fan of Halo 3, but like didn't grow up with Halo 3, what were your thoughts on this?
The aesthetic threw me off. My eyes couldn't really like adjust to what I was looking at first. I did have to take care of something, so I did not see the match. I did not see the show match. So I was going to ask you, how did it play? How did it feel in Infinite?
It looked like it played well.
It did? Okay.
It looked to me like it played well. I like the changes that they made to where OS is, underneath sword.
Mm-hmm.
And they completely opened up the back of the map, so you can be repulsed off now. But they made it so there's a pillar that goes down right behind OS. So like you can't be repulsed off when you're grabbing it unless like obviously you're around one of the sides.
Sure.
But it allows for additional plays to be made, and that's what I appreciated.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what comes of it, how it's used, and I think I liked it from what I saw, but
sure.
I guess I don't fully know yet.
Warhawk, first time, welcome, says, I'm happy they're going to add it to the game, but I hope they add more Halo 3 maps. So here's my problem with this. It's not necessarily a problem. It's more like a criticism, more of a criticism. I was thoroughly, like, in my head, and Justin and I had talked about it beforehand, like, oh, if they're going to do this, if it's a best of 5, Justin said, if it's a best of 5 series, then what if they do like 5 remade maps?
Yeah.
Right? And then they have like a Halo 3 map pack release when Forge releases, whatever, or have it available now, whatever it is, right? But they didn't. It was one map. And so they reveal the map, right? One of the lead Forge designers is on the desk talking about the map. We already know about the map. And it's hella purple. Like, it is hella purple. Not a fan of the purple, but that's okay. If the map plays well, all for it. Yes, I'd like a color change. But hey, that's the beautiful part about Forge. You can change the fucking color. So, but it was one reveal. So they did the reveal. The guy comes on to talk about Forge of the map. They go into the match of CTF on the pit and triggers down Annihilate's Instinct. And then you're like, wait, is that it? That can't be it. That's not it. No, that's not it, is it? No way. And then they're still sitting there. We're like, oh, it's not it. Okay. What if they reveal another map now? And they talk about the map a little bit and then they get into the game. What if this is a best of 5 thing? Nope. Let's just go right back into the same map, this time Slayer, and triggers down Annihilate Instinct again. And here we are. And that was it. It was 2 games. Yes, the trash talk was incredible. The show match was fun. It was a fun experience to witness, like to see. But the world premiere of the singular map left, to me, as a Halo 3 fanatic, a lot to be desired. Am I a fan of the aesthetic of the map? No, I'm not a fan. But if the map plays well, then I'm excited. And another fun fact for you folks. Tashi has confirmed that in the next season of the HCS, the pit will be included as a competitive map in the rotation. So he confirmed that in a Reddit thread as of today. So there you go. Kamikaze. Now here's actually Kamikaze. I'm going to disagree with you. He says, I disagree with maps from other games. The maps should be taken from campaign locations, but Zeta was mainly a single location, so I'm on the fence. So Kamikaze, I hear you. My problem with the maps coming from campaign locations was specifically due to reach. And I know I'm heavily critical on reach. I think reach as multiplayer got so much better with the introduction of no bloom, no sprint, right? As a competitive mindset. But I never liked the maps that they brought over from campaign missions into that game. And no, I respect also what you're saying in regards to, well, Zeta Halo was kind of a singular location. Maybe if we had more things to pull off of, it'd be a different story. I can agree with that. I just like when, personally, I like when new things are made. So while, oh my God, the pit, holy shit, it's one of my favorite maps of all time. Yay, it's going to be the competitive rotation. Yay. Internally, right? Me, I am still more of a fan of new maps being made, brand new maps being made. That is what I want to see. So while I'll be appreciative of the pit coming in, I want new maps. New maps. That's what I want. And then Mr. Davey Havoc, welcome back. Riley, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show as well. Brings up a good point, right? It was a world premiere, but it's not available now, right? Now, and here's the other kicker. You guys ready for this shit? You guys listening? Listen close, okay? I want everybody to get their ears up to their speakers. You know, if you're wearing your headphones, just hold them real tight, okay? Listen close. If you guys go back and you watch the stream and you listen to what that Forge designer said, it was asked, when are we going to be able to play this? When are the players going to be able to get their hands on this? He didn't say it's when Forge releases in November. It might not be done by then. It might not be done by then, guys. I'm going to say this once and one time only. I know we have a lot of new people here. Okay, We're not throwing shit. We're not talking shit about 343, their development teams. We're not doing any of that. Okay. So if you were going to do that, take a step back, think about what you're going to say for a second. Just dial it in. Okay. That's not what we're here to do. I've said my piece about it many a time on previous episodes. I'll be critical for critical sake. Okay. We're not here for people's heads. We're not here for people's jobs. But I'm not going to lie. It does feel fucking shitty that it might not be available when Forge releases in November. So that, when he said that, I'm like, ooh, fuck. Because he didn't say it's coming when Forge releases. It might not. Oh, Coach Clutch with the follow. Thank you. Welcome to the live show. So yeah, the pit's coming. Yes, part of me is genuinely excited for it because I am a Halo 3 fanboy. Yes, I do believe that Halo 3 is the best Halo ever made because I'm a fucking loser. That's me. So I am happy that it's going to be there. Yes, I wish there was more. I really do wish they did like a map pack of Halo 3 maps that were coming in. If they were going to do it, go full bore with it. That's what I was hoping for. We didn't get that. It is what it is. I set my expectations too high. And as we all know, at least with Infinite, you don't fucking set your expectations high anymore. I screwed myself over with that many a time. So someone else will make it though, to be honest, and it'll be hopefully available through a custom browser. And that's the other beautiful part, is that custom browser is also not going to be available when Forge releases in November. Custom browser will be available in March 2023 if the roadmap is correct. Yay. All right. There's that. And then, Will, yes, we did already mention these, but for people just to go back and watch, I do want to shout these out just real quick.
Okay.
I have some memorable series here in the show notes. These, in my opinion, were some of the best series that took place over the weekend in the tournament. So if you're any at all interested, I don't have timestamps for these, like in the VODs, but I highly recommend going and watching these. So for pool play, you have Optic beating FaZe 3-2, Quadrant beating Native Red 3-2, G1 beating Native Red 3-2, Native Red beating Oxygen 3-2, Oxygen beating Quadrant 3-1, and E United beating Cloud9 3-1. So a lot of the matches were in the same pool, but that pool was fucking nutty because there were tiebreakers across the board. And then in bracket play, winners round 1, Cloud9 beating Sentinels 3-1 to send Sentinels into losers really quickly. Winners round 2, FaZe beating Cloud9 3-1. Renegade just fucking making Cloud9 their bitch. Winners round 3, Optic 3-0ing FaZe, really showing that Optic are there to fucking play the game. Losers round 2, Team War beating Quadrant 3-2. And round 3, Team War beating Ascend 3-1, sending 2 of the top EU teams home packing. That was crazy to see. With really what felt like a pickup team, but huge shout out to Team War. Losers round 4, Oxygen beating Navi 3-2 to send Navi home. Losers round 5, G2 beating Oxygen 3-2. Again, losers round 5, Sentinels beating G1 3-2 in a nail-biting 50-49 Slayer, game 5. Losers round 6, Sentinels beating E United 3-2 in what appeared to be one of the craziest losers bracket runs, with Sentinels just getting game 5s across the board and winning when it mattered. But again, that didn't happen because in losers round 7, Cloud9 beats Sentinels 3-0. Losers final, Cloud9 beating FaZe 3-1. And then the grand finals, of course, Optic beating Cloud9 4-1, if not only for the crowd noise, because it was insane.
And in the championship whites.
In the championship whites. Man.
Thought they were cursed forever.
They in every esport that they're a part of. Seriously, in every esport they're a part of, the championship whites are fucking cursed. Absolutely. Breaking that curse. That's right, Shag. Breaking that curse. Will.
Yeah.
Before I hand it off to you for your overall thoughts, I just want to say one quick thing about the event as a whole.
Go for it.
I said it after the event ended, but I want to say it on the show as well. Huge, huge, huge shout out to all of the players, to all the spectators that were there in person, to all the talent that did casting, analysis, whatever it was, everybody behind the scenes, everybody involved in that event. Thank you so, so much for just making it amazing. And I'm not saying that because Optic won. Like, it's been a while since we had a Halo LAN. Right? We live for these types of moments, and it was just incredible to see amazing Halo being played all weekend long. We had some awesome upsets that took place as well, and the crowd sounded insane, and all the parents and the relatives that were there, amazing to see too. APG's dog was chilling. You know, it was just amazing to witness. And yes, while we weren't there in person, we got to feel that energy through the screen. And like I told Corey, Amazing C4, before he left, like, get loud. Get loud. If you're going to be in an event like that, get loud. Make your voice heard. It's a special time. We've been through a lot of dark days in competitive Halo. A lot of the OGs know, man. Been through a lot of dark days in competitive Halo. And while Infinite has its rough states, right? We understand that, especially from an online perspective. When you get that game on LAN and you don't have disconnects, it's special, man. It's special. And all of these top teams coming out and doing the best that they absolutely possibly can, bringing it their all, showing what they have. It's just going to make Worlds that much more exciting. And I can't fucking wait. So thank you to everybody involved in making that event what it was. And here's to Worlds.
Yeah, on to Worlds. It was great just having a Halo LAN environment back, being able to sit back and watch the games happen. The game 5s that took place were incredible. It was just an exciting weekend, and we have Worlds right around the corner. So can't wait for more.
Absolutely. Thank you, Will. Blue Jay says, how big do you think the World's prize pool will be? Well, it'll be $1 million plus, it'll be $1 million plus crowdfunding. Thank you. So whatever that ends up being, maybe like 1.25, 1.125. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. Chill Girl, thank you for the follow, and says, I feel winners final and the elimination final, losers final, chill, okay? Should be best of 7 series. 1,000% agree with you. Huge shout out to the EU United Grunt Classic, by the way, for literally doing that.
Yeah, no kidding. It made a difference, right?
Yes.
Didn't someone reverse sweep?
I don't recall.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I have fucking like, I don't remember anything for the past 24
hours. No, I was
hours.
just thinking maybe not a reverse sweep, but the Optic series in the final, wouldn't they have been eliminated if it wasn't a best of, because it would have been 3-1. Instead, they came back and won the last 3 games to make it 4-3.
Yep. And that's the beauty about competitive Halo, man. You never know what's going to happen. But yeah, chill. I agree with you 1,000%. I truly believe, go back to the old MLG days, like winners final, losers final, and obviously grand final, best of 7s. Hell, grand finals could be best of 11 for all I care. Just, oh man. Davey Havoc says, I agree. Best of 7s is best, but there's a good Reddit post from today. It's that says it barely matters. See, I could see it barely mattering. I definitely can see that, Davey, but in my opinion, it allows for that opportunity for a team to make a comeback. Like if a team is steamrolling, they're going to steamroll anyway, and the series isn't even going to be that long if you extend it by a game or two, right? They're just going to steamroll. But if games are close, then it gives those teams just that added opportunity to really bring it home. Really prove that you're better than that other team. And that's what I love about best of 7s. That's what I love about best of 7s. The Canon OG, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. It says competitive Halo is the only thing keeping Infinite alive. I hope 343 understands this and gets their shit together. Well, all right. Thanks for that. We do love competitive Halo, hence the nature of the show. Davey says, I agree. I just want it. Data be damned. That's right. Fuck the statistics. Fucking Blue Jay. They might as well make grand finals best of 11. Might as well milk it. Hey, I would be all I will say though, you know what? Me being 30 years old, having a kid, being tired all the time, it was
stay up late.
It was damn nice. It was damn nice for this tournament to end at like 6 or something Central.
Yeah. Well, Worlds is going to be West Coast time.
I know, so 3 hours later than what we are right now. But I mean, either way. Oh, wait, no, 3 hours ahead of time, like 3 hours before. On the way back, it'll be 3 hours later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're 3 hours before us. But either way, like I'm excited because while I do wish, best of 7s here, best of 11s there, man, did it feel good for Optic just to close that shit out in a 4-1 and me to get on with my day. Oh. Meowner says, true. I also think with my heart instead of head. Math sucks. Math does suck. Absolutely. Holy moly. All right. Oh. What a great event.
Yeah.
What a great fucking event. But Will, do you want to know what else was great about this event?
What's that?
Well, for that, I think we should get into our competitive news. How's that for a segue?
Nice.
Yeah, you like that shit? HCS partnered organization merch collaboration has been announced. Yes, my wallet is going to fucking hurt. Actually, Blue Jay says, what's your Worlds predictions? You'll have to wait and see. get fucked. Just kidding. You are going to have to wait and see.
We'll do a whole show on that.
We'll do a whole show. Don't worry. We'll do a whole Worlds pre-show. Don't you worry. It'll be a week before Worlds. It's the week before Worlds. That's when it'll happen. The Monday before Worlds. That's when it'll happen. To be continued on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Oh, fuck. Murda. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Murda. Thank you for the follow. I have no idea how to fully pronounce that name, but I'm just going to say Murda. Thank you.
Murda like OJ.
Murda like OJ. All right. Ian Adev. Or Ian. I'm going to call you Ian. Thank you for the follow. And Kimbo, oh God. I'm just gonna say Kimbo. Thank you for the follow. So I'm not even gonna attempt to go past that.
I think it's Datsu.
You're the guy with the names. You go for it.
Yeah. Is that yeah.
I don't even know, man. Yo, exit the ride to the left or the right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. I don't know why the fuck I said. That's stupid. Yeah. It's a stupid ass thing that I said. Whatever. But
downright spooky. Thanks for the follow as well.
Thank you. Merch. Fire ass merch. The tweet is, this is by the HCS. They said it's sneak peek at our upcoming Halo Infinite partner team collabs dropping soon. The release dates are E-United on October 6th, Space Station on October 10th, FaZe Clan on October 13th, and Sentinels on October 17th. Available on each team's online shop and on site at the Halo World Championship 2022. And man, do they look fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, while I do love all of them, because I obviously love all of them, that Sentinels one where the logo
that takes the cake,
moves into the sword and it fits so fucking perfectly. And Lethal was wearing it on Championship Sunday. For those who did not pay attention, Lethal was wearing it. Ian says it was so great not having crashes ruining the flow of matches. Roll on Worlds. Hey, they did obviously on Saturday night, but for the most part, things were pretty good.
The FaZe one, the red and blue blending was done really well on that too.
Yep, and that's a t-shirt.
It is a t-shirt.
Yep, so we have 3 hoodies and a t-shirt?
Yep.
I'm fucking stoked, man. I'm stoked. Downright Spooky says, where can I find them? If you go to the link that was posted in the chat for the show notes and you scroll on down into the news competitive section, you'll see the tweet right there in the show notes of the show. APG hoodie I ordered right away.
I can also put it in chat here.
Will's going to put it in chat so you don't have to worry about it.
I think this is
spooky.
Sick.
Boom shakalaka. SSG booth at the event was the best looking theme-wise. Coach Clutch, that's the thing. As much as the turmoil within the Space Station roster aside, I mean, now that they have previous Pittsburgh Knights, that should be way in the past now. They still have the best merch in the game. Still do. And we already talked about it, but the Pit remake is coming to Infinite by the HCS. Will be coming once complete and after Forge releases in November with the winter update. So again, it might not be coming with the winter update in November. It might be releasing after the fact, but it's coming. And Mouse says you need a hoodie for LAN. It's cold. It's cold in that place. We're entering hoodie season here in Minnesota.
Yep.
It is officially fall in Minnesota, and we love hoodie season. But man, wear hoodies all the time. Doesn't even fucking matter. Fox Too Quick. Have a great night, man. And yes, we'll catch you in Discord too. And if you guys aren't part of the Discord yet, ! Discord and chat. Keep the conversation going, motherfuckers. Let's go. Oh, got it. SSG was offering custom shirts for $15 at their booth.
That's pretty cool.
That is really fucking cool. My kid is screaming upstairs. You guys can't hear that. I can. You want to know a really quick fun story?
Sure.
We're at PetSmart getting my dog groomed over the weekend. And I'll get to the Halo shit in a second. Just hear me out. We're getting my dog groomed at PetSmart over the weekend. My kid's 3, by the way. I have a 3-year-old. And she can be very sweet, can also be an asshole because she's a 3-year-old. What are you going to do? She nearly booked it out the front fucking door when we're checking out. I ran out, snagged her, brought her back in, and I'm like, what are you doing? What went through your head to make it think that was a smart idea? Like, what are you doing? I looked at the cashier. I'm like, you got kids? He's like, no, I don't. And I'm like, well, let this be a life lesson for you. And we checked out and left. I love my kid. I love my daughter is one of the greatest things in the world. Like, I love my child. I think she's amazing. Wouldn't trade her for the world, but like, man, the things that she decides to do as a 3-year-old, it's crazy. Oh, man. Norin says, what's up? First time catching a live show. Welcome to the live show. And we're just talking about some shit. You know what it is. Hope you're having a great night though, and welcome. Happy to see you. Wait. They were plain white Hanes shirts, and they had an artist airbrushing designs on them. No idea how well they'll hold up, though. Is this some fucking, like, some state or county fair type shit? All right. Good for them, I guess. Not only do they have the best merch in the game, but they fucking make custom shit on site. That's insane. That's fucking insane. Next thing you're going to tell me is, like, we're going to show up in Seattle for Worlds, and their booth, they're going to have a fucking caricature artist as well. Like, that's the next thing you're going to tell me. They're going to have their airbrush artist sitting there making custom t-shirts, and they're going to have a caricature artist sitting there too. Oh, wow, what a name. Dirty Balzania. What the follow?
Thank you.
What a great name, and thank you for the follow. Oh my God. Crazy shit. Back to Halo. Back to Halo. There's my fun story for you. The pit. We already talked about the pit. Europa Halo Fall Series has been announced. This is by Europa Halo, and they say we're back. Fall Series starts this weekend. The top 8 teams across 3 opens will qualify for the finals in November, with arrangements to follow later. Open 2 will be split over 2 days, with top 6 to be played on the second day. And here are the dates. Open number 1 is the 1st of October. That's this Saturday. Yes, European Halo Blue Jay. Great people. Go check them out at Europa Halo on Twitter. Open number 2, the 5th and 6th of October, and an open number 3 on the 8th of October, with the finals to be determined in November. So go check that out. Will, you looking at some Optic Gaming merch right now?
Someone said APG sweatshirt, and my mind just went down a rabbit hole of merch. Sorry. I was trying to find the APG sweatshirt. It ended up on Optic Gaming's merch site.
It's okay. You know how I said that my kid was screaming earlier?
Yeah.
Wife literally just texted me, and I quote, "Fuck this." End quote.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving then.
Life lessons, everybody. Okay. Beth says, I want me as a Spartan caricature. Hey, you know what you should do? Genuinely, like, in all seriousness? I want somebody, I'm not going to do it. I want somebody to find who the social media person or the marketing person of Space Station is, reach out to them on Twitter, and ask them about that. Be like, hey, you guys did custom shirts at Orlando. That's fucking sick. How cool would it be if you had a caricature artist there too? Right? Oh, the green sweatshirt APG was wearing, you can only get by paying the premium Optic membership. It was a limited drop. Are you sure? So I know APG was wearing multiple clothing items, obviously, throughout the weekend. Like, I know he was wearing the previous Optic drop green hoodie that we got, like the green, white, and black.
Yeah.
And then I know he was wearing another hoodie that was part of their fall collection. And yeah, I know that black one he was wearing on Sunday was part of their fall collection you can buy right now. I'm pretty damn sure. I bought one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Green Label Fall Collection?
Yeah. And there's a black hoodie with a white optic logo front and center. And I know he was wearing that on Sunday. At least I'm pretty damn sure. Whatever. Cannon, you probably know better than me. Coach says, I'll reach out to them. My man. My man. Let's go. Fully embrace the fair theme and have someone frying up some SSG funnel cakes. In the space station gaming like helmet, right? Like in that form, have a funnel cape in the shape
of the
helmet.
Go for it.
Of their logo. How fucking dope would that be? You could have funnel cake shapes of all of the team's logos. It's right there. It's right there. This is free marketing. If they're not watching this, send them this dumbass clip. Like this is gold. This is fucking gold. All that concession food, and let me just say this, the concession people that work the stands are doing a great job. Okay, let me not shit on them. But let's upgrade the concession food, right? Let's do full fare. Full fare food. Full fare food. Cheese curds, fried pickles, Pronto pups, funnel cakes, candy bar on a stick. Holy shit. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Fuck, you get churros too? Who cares? If anybody's been to the Minnesota State Fair, we're Minnesotans. If you've ever been to the Minnesota State Fair, you have fucking everything. You have fucking everything. Fried Oreos, yeah. Do it. Fuck it. We're literally like giving them gold tier ideas. I said all this to them last night at the after party. No shit. Whole food truck idea. They did that too. They had food trucks at World's. Oh fuck. No, they had food trucks at the. Oh my God. Where the fuck was this? The regional fall finals for Halo 5, whatever year it was. It was at Burbank where they held that world championship. Ooh. But like, they had food trucks there. Like, dude, fuck yeah, do food trucks again. Oh man. Last episode of HCS Pro Talk, they're changing the fair food. Hey, we've officially been hired as SSG marketing. Sure. I'm just kidding, we haven't. Oh man. The Sekman. Thank you for the follow. If I mispronounced that, I apologize. But welcome to the live show. Thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. We're about to get heavy, so I'm trying to lighten things up before we get into it. Yeah, they should do fair food. That'd be awesome. That'd genuinely be really, really cool. Make it into an... I mean, I know... So, Worlds is supposed to be like the Halo Fest, right? Worlds is supposed to be the Halo Fest. So... There's going to be a lot of competitive fans there. There should be some lore-centric fans there as well. Everybody coming together to celebrate the franchise, right? And why not just go full bore with it, man? Blue Jay says, just curious, what if I went back and watched your previous VODs? What would I find? How far back does it go? Oh, God.
We've been doing this for what?
5 years in January, right? That's what it is? 5 or 6?
5? Did we start with 2018 Worlds?
We started right before 2018 Worlds.
Yeah.
Our show started right before 2018 Worlds.
Check out episode 50.
Which one's that one?
Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah, the Taco Bell episode's fantastic. Yeah, the Taco Bell episode is fantastic. But no, Blue Jay, if you're any at all interested, go check out previous episodes. We started doing live shows, a couple years now?
Yeah.
A couple years now. And all those VODs are on YouTube. And then if you go further back than that, while they are on YouTube, it's just audio. So like, because when I moved into this house, we converted this room into our studio. And we hit the live show off right after that.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty quick.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. 2018 Worlds, that's what you got me to go to Worlds. Hell yeah, man. Yo, Vision, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Yeah, if you do check them out, Blue Jay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy them. And just know I probably have a lot of takes in there that you probably don't like. But it is what it is. And that's like a general statement. That's not directed at you, Blue Jay. That's like a general statement, you know? You can't please everybody. That's basically what I'm getting at. But yeah, that Taco Bell episode was lit. That was a great episode.
We had nothing else to talk about that week, apparently.
No, we did. There's always something to talk about, but we made it a priority to talk about Taco Bell that episode.
Yes.
And anybody who thinks the Mexican pizza is the best thing on that menu is just flat out wrong. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay. We ready?
No.
I know you're not. I am. Okay. Let's talk about it. So, the Shyway situation. Okay, I'm going to just put a disclaimer right here, right now, at the top of this part that we're about to talk about. We have mods for a reason. Okay? What we're about to talk about has allegations of sexual harassment from a former caster in this scene. I also want to preface this by saying we are going to talk about what has been alleged. We are going to talk about the statements that have been provided by a couple individuals, one of which is the person in question. And will, if you so choose, but I am going to provide thoughts on it. Okay? I don't want to hear anything or see anything about, oh, he's been Me Too'd. Oh, he's being canceled. None of that shit. Plain and simple. Okay? Want to make myself abundantly fucking clear. Also, I will say one other thing. We also did an interview with the individual in question here. And I'll name him later. We did an interview with him. That interview is no longer on YouTube. That interview is no longer on podcast services. Due to what has come out, while we don't have the full story, obviously, we do not have the full story. The other person involved has not come out and said their side. I've seen and heard enough before these statements had come out to make that decision. So the interview with Alex Shyway is no longer on our channels. Before Orlando, Tashi put out a statement. Well, actually, before that, the talent was announced for Orlando. And one of the individuals who was not on the list for talent for Orlando was Shyway. And the internet blew up, right? The internet blew up because of it. He has been a predominant caster within the scene for a long time. And for all intents and purposes, he did a good job, right? Puts out some good content. There you go. Well-known person within the competitive Halo community. He wasn't on the list for talent for Orlando. And when he wasn't on the list, light bulb in my head was like, I wonder if this has to do with what I think it has to do with. Because, and this isn't for clout chasing or anything like that, I'm just going to put this out there. I was notified shortly after KC, and I'm not going to say who named it. I was notified shortly after KC about these allegations that had come for Shyway. And I didn't say anything about them because we didn't know what was going on. Just saw what had been told to me. Okay, I take that for what it is. I move on. And if anything comes of it, something comes of it, right? So I didn't hear anything of it. Then this announcement happens for who the talent are for Orlando. Like, okay. I wonder if this has to do with what I think it has to do with. And turns out, yeah, it does, but we'll get to that. And then Shyway puts out a statement and says, unfortunately, I wasn't selected. Good luck to everybody there. Excited to watch the event, so on and so forth. Tashi puts out the following tweets. And he says the following. As with our code of conduct for pro players, we also hold our broadcast talent to a high standard of conduct, professionalism, and character. We are committed to ensuring a safe community aligned with these values. This has nothing to do with being critical about the game. Again, it's about ensuring we are maintaining a safe community. So when Tashi put out that statement, then all the light bulbs started turning on in my head, be like, okay, this is exactly what I think this is about. And because people were wondering, like, was it because of a video that he put out recently about being critical about Infinite, right? Because as we kind of figured out, the 343 aren't really big fans of people being very critical about their game. But he wasn't being overtly critical. He was being respectful about it as well in that video. But it was when Tashi said committed to ensuring a safe community, that's when I knew what it was really about. So, again, the internet being the internet blew things up as they typically do, and that all happened. The Orlando is happening. We're going through it. And Championship Sunday comes up. And then in there, Shyway releases his statement. I'm going to read it for you all. Shyway said the following in a tweet longer. He says, there's been a lot of drama this week, and I've got some explaining to do. I'd like to start by apologizing for misleading my community with the tweet I posted about, quote, not being selected, end quote, for Orlando. This was unfair to HCS 343 and my fellow casters and brought on a lot of unnecessary flack that I didn't intend. Truth is, 343 and I have been on rocky ground for some time now. In May, all my direct ties to 343 were severed. I'm no longer an HCS caster, no longer part of HCS Grassroots, Forerunners, everything. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty passionate about Halo and this community. I took this news pretty hard, and for months I've had difficulty understanding and accepting that, for now at least, it's time for me to move on in a different direction. I've only ever wanted to learn from and bring value to all these teams, and I'm grateful I had the opportunity to work with them. But it's clear in some ways I failed to do this, and I needed to learn some lessons. As far as Tashi's tweet implying I'm a, quote, safety risk, end quote, that was very misleading. But I can understand and respect that Tashi was just doing what he felt he needed to do to clap back for my also insincere Twitter post, and there's some valuable lessons I needed to learn here as well. In May, 343 informed me that there had been complaints about me from women in the community, but they've made no attempt to request for my comments or on any claims against me, nor did they give me any information whatsoever on these claims. The news was, of course, shocking and devastating to me. I'm confident that anyone who truly knows me would know that I would never cause harm to anyone. After months of silent anxiety, playing an embarrassing game of detective, I believe I've discovered that the source of this drama is unfortunately due to a messy breakup I had with somebody I began seeing last October. Without sharing too many details of my private life, I was looking for a relationship and she wasn't, and this led to a misunderstanding at HCS Raleigh where she felt disrespected. I sincerely apologize, but tried too hard to salvage a friendship when I should have just moved on. I've done everything I could to make peace with the situation. We stopped interacting in February. Unfortunately, she has been sharing our private, out-of-context DMs to other women in the community and eventually escalated things to 343. Considering my relationship with 343 was already rocky at the time, they decided the best course of action would be to cut ties instead of requesting for my side of the story. As far as I'm aware, I'm not banned from events. I just no longer work for HCS. Regarding any other rumors about me, I have no idea what this is in reference to. If I've ever somehow made anyone uncomfortable, I sincerely apologize. At this point, I've shared way more than I'd like to. Beyond this, I hope you can respect my privacy. While it's been a tough time for me, I love Halo and this community way too much to give up on being a part of it. In many ways, I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had and lessons I've learned. This taught me things about myself I needed to know to become the best person I can be. Time to pivot. Going to be shifting my focus more to live streaming and content creation, and I'm honestly pretty excited about this. I don't plan to stop casting completely. I'm just no longer working with the HCS. Honestly, they have an incredible team as it is. Orlando has been so hype. If you enjoy my work and want to continue supporting me, I sincerely appreciate you. If not, I understand and wish you the best. Now let's finally have a watch party. I plan to go live later today. There's his statement. All right. So that happened on Championship Sunday, and that is what it is. This morning, Jen, Lady Echidna, put out her own statement as well. And for those, I want to preface this. Jen Echidna was not the individual that he was going after. Okay? I just want to make that clear. But Jen put out her statement, and here is that statement. The title of this is Writing the Narrative. In the past, I've remained silent, but I feel almost obligated to touch upon current events as a woman within the Halo community. I don't want to use my platform to enable or promote negativity or drama, therefore I will not entertain any more conversation, nor will I speak of this on stream. Let me begin by saying that my family, as well as anyone that knows me IRL, can attest to my character. I try to see the best in everyone and give them the benefit of the doubt, many times to a fault. Despite this, I pride myself in being a good judge of character and being able to read people well. As for online, I'm confident to say I'm a trustworthy and credible figure in the community. I hope that the fact I have stayed both out of any drama myself as well as avoided speaking publicly on anyone else's drama shows that I'm not in this for interaction farming. If I wanted that, I would have just posted another meme. I'm hilarious. I have nothing to gain. This post is just to write the narrative that has been twisted and manipulated, just like many community members, by one person. A few months ago at an event on my way back from breakfast with a few people, I was walking with him, Alex, Shyway, when he asked me out of the blue, what do you think of me going for an e-girl? He then went on to ask me what the women in the community think of him. Innocent inquiries, one can argue. At the time, I thought it was a bit of an odd question, but I simply pocketed that feeling in my gut. I answered the question and tickled his ego a bit. After all, he was a respected caster and content creator for Halo. Looking back, I realized it was a fish for details. Seeing what I and the women of the Halo community heard about him, why ask that on different occasions to other women if you weren't anxious about something coming out? And come out it did, to some degree. It's not my story, nor 343's to tell, and it was kept well under wraps, that of which he ultimately benefited from. This wasn't a sudden thing. This was over and dealt with months and months ago. His ego drove him to tweet out that he wasn't chosen as a caster, making it seem that big bad 343 suddenly screwed him over. In reality, 343 and the HCS cut ties with him and was very clear as to why, but the public didn't know that, and that tweet ended up opening a window for people to find out what truly had happened. I wasn't trying to cancel him. I do not believe in cancel culture, but I do believe in consequences. Seeing as HCS had already cut ties with him, I chose not to notify a tournament I was co-streaming where he was signed on to cast of his very real, very valid allegations. I figured his extraditions from grassroots and HCS were consequence enough. They weren't. The victim blaming, narrative twisting twit longer that lacked any sort of personal responsibility in owning up to one's actions that was posted conveniently during Championship Sunday sparked such anger in me that I wish I could go back in time and deny him of that opportunity. This isn't a case of women versus men, nor is this a case of an ex-lover's quarrel, nor is it another victim of an SJW #MeToo movement. This is the case of a man that can't accept personal responsibility for his actions. One that can't take no for an answer, despite how many times it is said, no matter how she says it. One that continues to try and take what he wants, one that will whine and cry, use excessive self-deprecation and manipulate someone until they sleep with him. The fact that he's trying to make it about anything other than that, continuing to twist the narrative as well as the community into taking his side, is absolutely scary. The closest he came to owning up was the vague tweet of taking a step back to reevaluate things. No one should be flown out and paid to work events to then be predatory and attempt to strong-arm women into sleeping with him. I don't care how good his content is. I don't care how respected he was as a caster. Respected does not equal respectful. You should not be paid to then sexually harass women. You should not be endorsed to then manipulate women into sleeping with you. No means no. If you have to convince someone to sleep with you, that is not consent. Even if you were involved or having been involved in the past, you are not automatically given consent. If you constantly ask, why don't you want to sleep with me? That is sexual harassment. Again, I hope you all see me as a credible figure in the community and trust I wouldn't steer you wrong. I'm not a malicious person. I love everyone until I'm given a valid reason not to. And then I'm extremely empathetic and willing to try to see things from all angles. I wish for everyone to succeed. I wish for everyone to be happy. He wasn't falsely accused of anything. He isn't a victim. I was a fan, a subscriber, an acquaintance. This isn't a crusade against someone I disliked. It was quite the opposite. But now I see him for what he is, manipulative and unwilling to be held accountable. I truly hope he takes a step back to reevaluate things as he said. No plugs here. Be kind to one another. Be respectful. So, long pause there aside, there are both statements. Again, we don't have the statement, nor who knows if we ever will, from the woman or women that were affected by this. Because as Jen says, it's their story to tell. It's not ours. It's not 343's. It's not hers. It's their story to tell if they so choose to tell it. But I'm going to say the following. There's a stigma for women in the Halo community, in the competitive Halo community. And this whole, like, in Jen's statement when Shyway asked if he should go for an e-girl, I fucking hate that term. That e-girl that you're going for is another human being. Opposite sex or not, it's another human being. And they deserve to be treated and respected as such and not just be called an e-girl. Again, I knew about supposed allegations shortly after KC. I shelved them because we didn't know really anything else at that point. Waited to see if something came ahead. And then when all this stuff started coming out and Jen put out her statement too, and when I read Alex's statement for the first time, I thought to myself, what the fuck is this? And the fact that you plug your own fucking content at the end of it really rubbed me the wrong way. I'm really trying right now not to yell. I'm really trying right now because I know that there's going to be a lot of people out there who disagree with whatever the fuck I say. I understand that. I respect that. That's your opinion. That's fine. That's fine. There's a lot of people in the competitive Halo community. There's a lot of people in esports that are younger. Okay? I'm a 30-year-old man. I have a 3-year-old daughter. Okay? I want to follow my daughter in whatever she decides to do in life. If that's ballet, I'm a ballet dad. If that's hockey, Will would love that. I'm a hockey dad. If that's video games, I'll play right alongside her. But when this shit continually fucking happens, now I get it. We don't have the full story. I get that. I get it. I do. Okay? And I know that what I'm about to say next, I trust Jen. Now, the other people could say, well, why don't you trust Alex then? Because it all makes sense. It all makes sense. And based off Jen, what Jen said, it sounds like she had firsthand experience. It sounds like she had firsthand experience. I'm fucking pissed. When I read Jen's statement, I was shaking. I was in my office at work this morning. I was shaking. I was so mad. If I had heard anything like this happen to my daughter, whoever he did this to, that's somebody's kid. That's somebody's child. That's somebody's little princess. That's a human fucking being. I say this constantly on the show, a lot of times in joking matter, a lot of times in seriousness. And this is, I need this to be clear, this is a dead serious moment. Alex, go fuck yourself. We may not have the full story because the other folks that have been affected haven't told their side of the story yet. And they may never choose to. And if they never choose to, that's fine because it's their story. But yeah, I trust Jen. To all the blind followers out there for Shyway, does he make good content? Yeah. Makes good content. Was he a good caster? Yeah. He was a good caster. Does that absolve him from these allegations? Which technically they still are. But again, I take a kid at her word because it sounds like she witnessed what had happened. It doesn't absolve him from anything. Because he's a human being too, who can be held accountable for his actions. Just because you have a little bit of power in whatever niche you're in doesn't give you the power to do whatever you want. I don't care who the fuck you are. To Alex, I hope you do learn from this. Truly, I do. To the women that were affected, the woman or women that were affected by this, I hope that you are all able to find closure as well. When I was sent that message after KC, I just thought about it. And I sat there and I'm like, the individual messaged me and they're like, Shyway is no longer part of HCS Grassroots. And I'm like, well, that's fucking odd. Did he get an opportunity elsewhere? Like, good for him. Genuinely, it's immediately what I thought. Like, oh, maybe he got signed to something where he just can't be a Grassroots partner anymore. In which case, hey, that's awesome. Good for him. Then the next message came in and I'm like, fuck. And like I said, I'm not going to say who sent me the message. All I know is that the person who sent me the message is very, very credible within the scene. And then we just let it sit. Let it wait. And then when the Orlando stuff happened and Shyway put out a statement, I just immediately thought of my kid. Just immediately think back to my 3-year-old daughter. Love you too, Toussaint. Nerdly, thanks for the sub. No, Briggs, just twit longers. Yep, Strike, I hear you. Now again, going back, we do not have the full story. We do not have the full story. I am purely basing this off of what I've been told in the past. Everything coming to a head, the statements that were put out, and obviously my personal feelings and emotions behind it too. I can't take that away. Treat women with respect. Treat them as human fucking beings. Don't abuse your power. Whatever it is. Whatever amount of power that is, don't fucking abuse it. Be grateful for the position that you've been put in. That frankly you've earned. Be grateful for that position. Don't abuse that position. Not necessarily Winkler, just everything coming to a head. Was notified a while ago, but yes, everything has come to a head now. Yep, Spooky, I can understand that too. And like the statements have said, this was back. This is way back. And to all the people out there who were talking about how, like, it was, yes, the Tashi statement was vague for being vague's sake because it wasn't his story to tell. And yes, he was doing what him and the HCS team felt was best for the community, to provide a safe community. While we may not know the full story, from what it sounds like, from what we apparently do know at this point in time, is that women felt threatened by him. Snag, not our story to tell. Not our story to tell. When Jen tweeted her statement this morning, what I wanted, that it's exactly what I wanted. It was something that I've been waiting for ever since shit started coming to a head before Orlando started. Someone with what appears to be firsthand knowledge of the situation getting out there and making a statement. It sucks that it had to be this way. Sly Panda comes in and says, Command Station just put out a tweet longer 30 minutes ago. Her and Shyway split. Let me find it real quick. I think that bears reading as well. Because why not? We're here. Also, I want to thank everybody. Like, in all sincerity, I want to thank everybody for being as civil as possible in the chat. I know this is a very heavy situation, and I know that a lot of people aren't necessarily going to be talking about it or willing to talk about it. And while we may not know the entire story as of now, I'm going to take this opportunity. If there's something shitty and there's something shady happening within the community, it deserves to be talked about. You didn't hop on at the worst time, Toussaint. Don't worry about it, man. You're good, man. This is from Command Station. My thoughts on everything, she says. Many people were wondering about what was going on with Shyway's situation and how I was doing considering at the event. I have no comments other than we split up. I had zero issues with him as a person and no problems with the girl that was involved in the situation that happened a long time ago. Good to know. At the time I got to know Alex, I was comfortable and enjoyed getting to know him on a more personal level. The girl involved told me everything she had experienced with him in the past, and it contrasted with my experience getting to know him. Okay, that's good. Hopefully learn from that. All that to say, drama and bad people have come across my path many, many times. Alex has displayed nothing like that in the nature toward me, but I have become aware that a situation between him and someone else was pretty bad. I don't like making statements on Twitlongers, understandable. I don't like talking about what I go through or have people knowing what I deal with, because I want people to see me for who I am. I want to chase my dream and make a difference. It keeps me grounded and makes me a better version of myself every day. I stepped away from the drama. I hope everything for everyone works out. And Spooky, that's the thing. We are not going to take that opportunity to talk about the what could have beens. Because it's not our story to tell. I am purely basing everything off of what I have heard and what I have seen, obviously, transpire over the weekend. And Justice, you are 1,000% correct. Briggs, it's not a fucking cancel culture thing. It's not. It's about holding people accountable. Sounds like the breakup was amicable, though. So there's that. There's that. No, Play, you're okay. Play, I'm not going to rehash here. Just, you can go back in the VOD and check it out. Or just literally, you can go in the show notes and check out the Twitlongers that were posted earlier. They're there. I'm just not going to rehash it. I've gone through. Thanks, man. Yeah. I think that's all I got to say on the situation. Yeah. Will, anything? No?
No, I'm going to leave it with what you said. It's fine.
Okay. Phenom says, should there be an expectation that statements such as Jen's should have come out earlier? No. There's a reason. It's such a Phenom. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. I think the fact that she made a statement in and of itself says a lot more than if she didn't say anything. Yeah. But you know what? There is one more thing I'm going to say. And it's not like overtly negative or anything. It's just a general thing to know. Like I said earlier, a lot of like the competitive Halo community can be on the younger side of things, right? Or just don't necessarily pay attention a lot of the time. Regardless, no matter who it is, Shyway, it does not matter who it is. and we're not big, but us included, like literally anybody that you enjoy that makes content, don't just blindly follow them to the edge of the earth just because you like their content. Literally goes for anybody. It's like they say about companies, right? Like, don't be brand loyal, right? Diversify, okay? Don't blindly follow people that you enjoy that make content. Just don't do it. And hold people accountable. That's it for the competitive news. Before we continue, we have some follows to shout out here. Jesus Christ. We have Sly Panda, Phenom, I Am Lolly, Azazel, MF Doom, all caps, Exier, Kenny, Strike, Mono, Hogger, B Gauge, Run Gun Shoot, and Hero 1 AP. Thank you all very much for the follows. Welcome to the live show. And the Nightbringer. Thank you for the follow as well. And then Nurgly and Strike. Nurgly with the 2-month and Strike with the primer. Thank you guys for the subs. You guys get whoa! Thank you all so much. Greatly appreciated. Winkler, we'll talk about that a little bit in the Will's Adventure segment. You stay tuned, bud. Stay tuned. Justice, thank you so much. You're so nice. Thank you so much. And Plays in Dirt.
Plays in Dirt.
Plays in Dirt with the fucking primer too. You get a woo! You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much. And again, I really do. This shit's sad. Hey, Shake, yeah. It's okay, man. We're past that. Shake, thank you for the follow, by the way. It's okay. Just to, again, thank you all so much for remaining as civil as possible in the chat during that conversation. I know it is a very hard thing to go through, but again, I feel like while we still don't have everything, I feel that I'd be doing a disservice to you guys if we didn't talk about it. Because we can't only talk about the good shit that happens. Because that'd just be, it's the fucking people who blindly follow 343. I'm not going to do that. Your upcoming terms of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs and some merch too. Go check that out. Check out his merch. Daily tournaments, Z League, daily tournaments, and First Blood daily tournaments. You can go check them out. You can compete in those. They're happening daily. If they have enough signups, that is, obviously. Monday, September 26th, that's today, probably right now, the Esports Arena Series E event is happening. It's happening. And on Saturday, October 1st, we have the Europa Halo Fall Series Open number 1. Open number 1. Go check it out. Compete if you're in the region. It's going to be a fun time. And that's it for upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. Wraith says first time catching the live stream. What's up, guys? What's up to you as well? Welcome to the live show. Briggs says thoughts on Active's casting performance. I thought he did a great job with his first time on the big stage. You love to see it. Good on him. Hope to see him moving forward as well, as I expect to. Winkler with the gifted sub to Variable. Thank you, Winkler, for the gifted sub. You get a woo! Now, Blue Jay, here's where I have a problem with what that statement is. He says, Active was okay, Tony was better. Why do we always have to do this like this person was better than this person? Why can't we just be like, hey, that person did a good job and let's move on?
Well, it doesn't mean he didn't enjoy Active. It was...
Oh, I know. I know. I'm just saying. Like, they all did a good job. I have my quirks with Clutch. Okay? He's like me. Screams a lot. So for different reasons, you know what I mean? And also, Blue Jay, that's not to throw shit at you. I please don't take that personally. It's just, I see that comment all the time, especially when the Alex thing happened, is that I saw comments all the time like, this person's way better than this person. Why the fuck, blah, 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 blah. Everybody did a good job. Acidic soil.
Ooh.
Hey, plays in dirt. Don't play in that dirt. Don't play in the acidic soil. You know what I mean? Will's dying over here.
Oh, he got me. I must have stepped in the acidic soil.
Oh, shit. Acidic soil and Rose the Wolf. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the live show. Tony was the freshest caster. That is absolutely true, Beans. 1,000% true. That man came with the heat. Chasings with the follow. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Welcome to the live show. Did we ever find out why Chris Puckett didn't make it to KC? I thought he was sick. I thought he was genuinely sick.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think he was. And then he had a kid. So, priorities, obviously. Yeah, Cannon, I can see that, but I do love Blaze. Guys, if you want to hear like one of the funniest stories of all time,
the Blaze story,
go watch our Kansas City Post-Show episode. I'm
gonna get the number for you guys right now. I'll do some research
and look and like listen for the Guy Blaze story, the Guy Blaze Crocs story. Trust me, phenomenal. I was personally rolling on the floor laughing on the inside. I was ruffling like straight up. It was fucking hilarious. Run Gun Shoot says, how did you get your logo in the back to blend in so well with the other foam? Is that custom? Well, let me tell you.
We're on this now. No.
Let me tell you,
no,
Run Gun Shoot. What if I told you, Run Gun Shoot, that this logo is in fact...
It's graphic.
Oh God, it's a graphic. It's not even real. Holy shit. Whoa.
You just, yeah.
Ooh. The best part is that there's so many new people who had no fucking idea that was the case. We're just mind blown. Strike literally mind blown. Let's go.
Kansas City Post-Show, episode 233.
And for the record, Justice, you've never been lied to. I've never said it was a real thing. And yes, the foam is real. Yes, the foam is 1,000% real.
It's everywhere.
It is fucking everywhere.
We're surrounded by foam.
Yeah, we overdid it with the acoustic foam.
It is dead in here, though, in a good way.
It is. It is.
No echo.
Legend is back from Orlando. Welcome back, man. Good to see you. Also, I gave you a shout out earlier. Shout out Corey. I don't know what's real anymore. Dude, we don't even know what's real anymore. Don't even worry about it. The funny part is that we've always joked that we're going to get a real rendition of that logo and we're going to put it up there and then nobody's going to fucking understand because we're going to touch it and everyone's going to be like, what the fuck? You're like, gotcha. Yo, Toucan. I'm just going to say Toucans. Toucan Sam. Toucan, thank you for the follow. This is first time watching live. Welcome to the live show. Welcome to the live show. J9495 with the follow as well. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live show. Hope you guys are having a great fucking night. Holy moly. You guys have been killing it with the follows today. What an insane show tonight has been. God damn. Toucan Sam will work? Hey, I'll call you Toucan. Toucan Sam, fucking Fruit Loops. You get it. Kid loves Fruit Loops. What can you do? Who doesn't like Fruit Loops? You like Fruit Loops?
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't like fucking Fruit Loops? God. Will!
Yeah.
What do we got next? Rostermania! Button's like, not today.
Yeah, I guess not. Some Rostermania, a little piece of news Josh pretty much already said at the beginning of the show. 2 hours and 40 minutes ago. Officially announcing I will be a free agent for HCS Season 2. Any organizations or players interested in working with me, let me know. I've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite lately and enjoying getting better. Couldn't play in Season 1 because I played since the game before release. That was from Nated.
Nated.
Not me. Nated.
Nated is back. Okay. That's it for Rostermania?
That's it for Rostermania.
I don't have scrim recaps because scrims don't matter. It's like, whose line is it anyway? But before we get into the we don't have tournament recaps because that was the post show. Nated should retire, dude. Oh my God. Yikes. Toucan asks, have you talked about the Elamite drama? If we're referencing the Elamite stuff between like me and him, we've left that to DMs. And like I've said last week, I'm not here to drum up shit. I'll say what I said last week. I just hope it can be resolved amicably within said DMs. That's it. We exchanged words back and forth. Tried having a conversation. And like I said, hope things get resolved amicably within the DMs. That's it. Always like Nate is a player since H3. Chasings says, hopefully he can do well coming back for Infinite. Hey, hopefully, man. More competition, better. Just better. Oh, Blue Jay, isn't he that dude that never won a single tourney? It's sad, man, especially considering Halo 4 existed. You know, he did never win. But you know what? He did get the participation MVP trophy from that Worlds in 2016. Damn it.
The Allegiance team?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yes, it was. That was a, hey, you've been in the scene long enough. Here you go. Now, people are going to take that out of context and think I'm shitting on Nated. I'm not. That's a joke. I think Nated has been a phenomenal player throughout his tenure within the competitive scene. It's just, I'm anxious. I'm anxious and excited to see what he can do if a team picks him up.
Yeah, if he can bring value to a team, maybe a team needs a calm, level-headed, experienced player to kind of sort them out. Who knows?
Absolutely. What does the future for Sentinels hold post-Worlds?
Do you think Lethal's gone after Worlds?
That's the $1 million question, right?
We don't know, but
was there actually inner turmoil within that team? Did Sentinels actually try to go for Renegade? I mean, all signs kind of point to yes at this point, but yeah, you never know. Think Frosty goes pro in COD Modern Warfare 2? No. I think he stays. I think he stays. Because he would more... that's tough. In my opinion... Now, this is off the top of my head. This is not doing any prior, like, thinking ahead of the statement that I'm about to make. But if this was like a gut reaction, which this is, I would say that he would probably have to go through challengers first, and he wouldn't be picked up by a top tier roster, which is what he would want to go to first. And I don't think he'd want to do that. I think he would. That's why I think he stays with Halo. Again, initial gut reaction. I don't know fucking anything. My predictions are always wrong. There you go. And yeah, I do know about what Snipe Down said as well, but I will also say this. You guys can take me my word or not. It is what it is. But I'll just say that there is another credible source, and I'm not going to name said source, that I reached out to, and this person has a different version of the story that went down with the Faith situation. And I'll leave it at that. Blue Jay says, the team going to be disbanded after Worlds. The Snakebite and Royal 2 probably sticking together. Frosty's up in the air and Lethal retiring. If those three stick together, I could see lots of people filling that fourth spot. You know, I could definitely see this being a situation where Lethal decides that it's time to hang it up. Do I want him to? No. I want him to be on whatever top tier roster's next and just prove everybody wrong. and just be like, I deserve to fucking be here, guys. Leave me alone. Where does the rumor that Lethal retires coming from? It's literally just a rumor, Strike. It's literally just a rumor. It's just a, like, you know, been around for a really long time, still plays very well, but, you know, maybe he does hang it up. And this is not saying he is going to, and I'm not trying to spread shit or anything like that. This is just like a what if scenario, you know what I mean? Yes, that was the rumor hero. Also, welcome to the live show. But again, we're not here to spread rumors. It's just a rumor. That's all it is. Will Tylenol be picked up by a top team? I'm kind of surprised he didn't get picked up by a team going through Orlando, to be completely honest. What I'm more than surprised by is Ace tweeting out that him and Tylenol were a duo looking for two to go into Orlando, and that didn't happen. So, whatever. How many people have to ask for Ola to come back before he actually says something? I don't think he does. And again, this isn't trying to spread a rumor or anything. This is a personal opinion. I don't think he comes back. I just don't. Blue Jay brings up a semi-good point here. Lethal's still playing okay, but is he good enough to win an event again? I just think he wants to retire with his legacy still sort of intact. His legacy was never not intact. Blue Jay, my rebuttal to that statement is his legacy was never not intact. I really hate bringing this up, but hear me out, okay? And I'm not saying he can be the comparison to this, but just hear me out. When you think of Michael Jordan, do you think about his time on the Wizards? Do you, Will? No. Does anybody think about his time on the Wizards? Does anybody think of his time as a professional baseball player? No. You think about his 6 championships with the Bulls. You think about Lethal in the same kind of scenario. You think about his multiple world championships. You think about his multiple event wins. You don't think about him losing now. His time on the Wizards and baseball didn't help him at all. But did anybody talk about that? Sure, it's used against his legacy, but that's all they have against him. Like, that's all they have against him. He still won 6 championships. He still won 6 finals MVPs. You can't take that away from him. If Tom Brady has an off year in football, does that detract from his legacy? Dude's fucking 45. It doesn't detract shit. Lethal can have a bad event. It doesn't detract anything from his legacy. His legacy is not tarnished in any way, shape, or form. Hope Sentinels at least make it to the grand finals and worlds. Anything's possible, man. Yeah. Beans, his legacy's never tarnished. He is who he is. People aren't going to remember him for taking 4th place at HCS Orlando in the first year of Infinite. They're not. And yeah, he doesn't care what other people think, but like, I'm just saying. I thought that video of him where like he's like, hey, and to Tom, Ogre 2, did you see that promo vid? Will?
No.
Oh my God. Where they talked about his legacy and whatnot, and how he's been performing in Infinite. Like they did these promo videos during Orlando. And in that video, he talked about it's like, yeah, and to Tom, you know, I think that top 25 list was BS. I should be number 1. I'm like, get it, dude. Just Lethal being Lethal was so fucking funny. Oh man. And yeah, Blue Jay, I agree. That was a move that nobody saw coming. And he talked about it. He's like, he saw the opportunity and he truly felt that he had a better opportunity winning. While he was still winning on that Evil Geniuses roster, he felt that he had a better opportunity to win on that what was CLG roster. Just crazy. Just crazy. Acidic, who fucking cares? What a weird statement. Yeah. Cannot stop thinking if FaZe would be better if they were allowed to keep Boo Boo. Hey, that's what you keep it in the back of your mind. Anything's possible. Who the fuck knows? Let's get into some regular news. We'll keep it moving. I'm sorry, Will. Community Corner Wexy Lex by Alex Wakeford over on Halo Waypoint. Go check it out. It's the next Community Spotlight article. Go read it. Not watch it. Read it. Do that. All right, that's it for the regular news. Kind of the games to watch. The Boston Breach has their roster announced, and it's Nero, Poison, Vivid, Methods, and Awakening. Who the fuck knows how they're going to do? Moving on. The 2023 Call of Duty League season. But the Call of Duty League. The 2023 season will start on Friday, December 2nd. Just 35 days after the release of the game, with 2 weeks of online qualifiers before we hit LAN on December 15th. Majors 1 through 4. 2023 Major 1 will be like nothing we've ever done before. It'll be hosted by the Call of Duty League live on LAN in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey, we had an event there from December 15th through the 18th, so get ready, fans. In addition to the professional league matches, Major 1 will also feature several other Call of Duty events occurring on-site at the venue. It'll follow a Pro-Am format with qualified challengers teams battling pros with CDL points and $500,000 of prizing on the line for Major 1. And it doesn't stop there. The first Challengers Open of the 2023 season is scheduled to take place on site from December 16th through the 18th. Teams that don't qualify for the Pro-Am will still be able to battle in the Open and make a name for themselves. The 2022 Call of Duty Mobile Championship will touch down in Raleigh for the first LAN championship in history. Mobile teams will battle live throughout the weekend for $1.7 million in prizing. What the fuck? Finally, to top it all off, the Call of Duty Endowment Code Bowl will also go down live at the event. Watch as US and UK military esports teams compete to be the 2022 Code Bowl champions. Major 2, hosted by the Boston Breach. After winning a successful Challengers tournament in 2022, the Boston Breach will be hosting their first Call of Duty League Major tournament. Last year, who cares? Major 3 will be hosted by Optic Texas. There's that. Major 4 will be hosted by the New York Subliners. And the Major 5 and Championship Weekend details will be coming soon. And that's it for Kind of Games Watch Neck. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the live show. Cannon says, dude, I don't get it. Halo's the most interesting esport, in my opinion. How do people watch Call of Duty, Apex, and Valorant? People just like different things, man. People just like watching different things. That's the beautiful part about opinions. Everybody can have their own. Personally, I love watching Valorant esports. I thought potentially seeing Optic win it for North America would have been amazing. But sadly, it didn't happen. I like playing Apex more than I like watching Apex. Yeah, everybody has their niche, you know? Everybody has their niche. It's time for Will's Adventures with an A-Lovers and other games too. William, what did you play over the last week?
I played one game. It was Halo Infinite. I don't really even remember what I did in the game other than some challenges.
I remember what you did.
The play I showed you.
The play you showed me.
All right. I had a challenge to get a double kill in BTB. I'm like, ooh, great.
we love BTB here.
So I'm roaming around. I'm pretty frustrated because it's BTB. And I grabbed one of the fusion coils. I don't remember which one it was. It wasn't the shock one, though, because it didn't disable the vehicle.
So it's just the regular fusion coil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking up this rock, and I come around a corner. I see, because BTB has radar, a little big brick on my radar. I'm like, oh, cool. So I walk around this rock, and there's just a warthog chilling. I throw my fusion coil at it, and like, it didn't disable the vehicle, but people started like jumping out, and they're damaged. And I got an overkill from people just jumping out of this vehicle, easy cleanups. And it was weird. It was fun. It was weird. I just didn't understand what was happening. I could have easily been taken down by the turret guy, but he was the first guy that jumped out.
All right. This dude literally got the play that like I wish would happen to me in a game. Just I wish. It never does. Because when I'm running around that corner, the guy with the turret is looking right at me, and it's ready to just take me to fucking Pound Town. And like, you just strut around the corner with a fusion coil, and they're all like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. It was like they were just jumping ship off left and right. Just easy cleanups.
Like, what the fuck, man? I wish I had your fucking. Just
it was lucky. It was so lucky.
I never get those games.
It happened. So yeah, that's all I played. I didn't really do much else. I
Valid.
Bought more skins, which I shouldn't, but I did.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, Beans asked, did that overkill happen in the Yappening? Or the social BTB playlist is what it's now called.
Did those count for challenges?
Maybe. So. I think BTB is BTB.
Maybe.
I think so. See, I thought that was funny because I'm like, what are these two options? Like, you have Big Team Battle and then social BTB? I'm like, oh, social BTB is literally the Yappening. They just made it a fucking playlist. The Real Body, thank you for the follow, and asks, are we allowed to just bring up any kind of topic here or what? Well, that's the question, right? What are you wanting to talk about? I'm confused. Also, to answer the question of Blue Jay, no, I have not. Have you played Vikings Wolves of Midgard?
I have not.
No, have not. But we are talking about generalized video games now, so if you do have a question about generalized video games, I guess you could go ahead and ask it. We'll see if we answer it. I got a Steam Deck finally delivered here, and I was just testing out some shit on that. That's what I was doing. So I played some Cyberpunk. I played some Witcher 3. I played some Halo Infinite because Halo Infinite is now actually like supported full stop. Like, you don't have to do any funky shit. And then I did some Xbox cloud gaming stuff as well because MCC is, unfortunately does not fucking work. Unfortunately doesn't work because of anti-cheat. So sure. that is what it is. Carnig, welcome, dude. Good to see you. He says, when are we teaming for the next Open? Next year. Next fucking year. I love you, man. Yo, shout out Carnig. What a wonderful individual.
Yes.
Wonderful individual. Hunter says, caught you guys on the tail end. Just got to work. I'll listen on Spotify when it's posted. Thank you, Hunter. Greatly appreciated. Hope you have a great night. I'm sorry you got to work. It's unfortunate, but hey, hope you have a great night at work.
Oh, yes, Beans. Did you get a chance to play the Modern Warfare 2 beta? I did not.
I did. I played 3 games. 3 games. Yo, Cardig with the sub! Thank you, sir. You sub!
What
you
get a down.
And Silos. Oh, there he is. There's Steven with a PH in the chat.
No.
Oh, it was a running joke over the weekend. I love you, Silos. For the record, we love Silos here. We love Silos here. Silos is incredible. Love you, man.
If anyone's looking for some H1 games.
I'll be looking for our next run. I love you, Carnig, dude. Love you, dude. Schedule sucks for trying to listen live. Hey, but that's the beautiful part, Hunted. We are available on all your favorite podcast services and YouTube.
And YouTube, yeah.
There's our shameless plug.
I got more coming up soon.
There you go. Oh, yes, you do. What's up, Pancakes? Welcome back. Good to see you. But yes, I played 3 games in the Modern Warfare 2 beta. I was playing on the Xbox Series X. And of the 3 games that I played, because I know there's a lot of people who love Call of Duty. There's a lot of people who hate Call of Duty. I am a middle of the road Call of Duty player. I don't play every year that the game releases. I play when it intrigues me. And Modern Warfare 2019 intrigued me until I realized the amount of doors that were on maps.
The damn doors.
The damn doors. I didn't play Vanguard. I played World War II for a little bit, and bad decision. But I was genuinely excited for Modern Warfare 2. So I even pre-ordered it. Gasp. I know. I even pre-ordered it. I played 3 games of the beta, and of those 3 games, 2 of them were standard TDM, and the other one was their 40v40 with AI people in it. Okay? And I can't believe I'm saying this, guys. I had fun. I had fun playing Call of Duty. It's insane. I know. It's crazy. Will my opinion change if I play 5 matches? Probably. But as a guy who just loves in running and gunning and shitting some TDM, I just like me some Call of Duty. Just like me some Call of Duty. Cannon says, the real question, if Infinite launches a competitive BR and adds substantial new content to 4v4 HCS, can Halo bring its viewership back to December 21st levels, 200,000? 200,000 viewers is what Apex and COD does during a big comp weekend. If it brings a BR, I don't see how that wouldn't be a thing. I definitely don't see how that wouldn't be a thing.
I mean, besides the content as well,
Yeah.
the server's got to be fixed.
Oh,
That's the main thing for me right now.
same.
I get it, LAN negates that, but for enjoyment of the game and community morale, server's got to be fixed.
Absolutely. Beans, we've made that joke before. Or COD Pro Talk. No, well, Halo will stay here for probably ever. Yeah, Blue Jay, I like that mindset. I like that mindset a lot. That being said, Infinite can only go up from here. I love that mindset. Strike, you be safe as well, dude. Seriously. Please be safe. There is a hurricane that is going to be making landfall in Florida. They're expecting massive floods. Please, please, please be safe. Are we about to reach the longest episode? Oh shit, we don't have that posted anymore, do we?
No, I don't think so.
We might be. We do need to kind of close things up though. Yeah. Real bodied. I think that's a question for another day.
That's a whole.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing.
You could do a whole episode with that.
Probably could. We'll add it to the list of topics to potentially do. Oh. Yeah, Steam Deck's fucking rad.
All right.
That thing's cool as shit. I wish every game worked on it, but that thing's fucking cool. Let's get into some shoutouts. And close this bitch up. Shout out to everyone who joined the HCS Orlando watch along. If you had joined in the watch along that we did all weekend long for the Orlando Major, I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much for tuning in, joining the conversation, chat, and it was a fun time. And looking forward to do it again. Hell yeah. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show.
You called them out during the show.
I did call them out
during
the
all.
show. I did.
Unless you want to go through.
It was a lot. 70? 69? Nice. No, in all seriousness, guys, Jurdius, thank you for that statement. Really appreciate it. And to everybody who did stop by, even if you didn't follow, it doesn't matter. Like if you just came into chat, if you lurked, if you followed, if you subbed, thank you so much. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, Will's going to pimp out the show in just a second. If you didn't like what you see and you didn't like what you hear, thanks for taking the chance. Thank you for taking the opportunity to try it out. Because I understand I'm definitely not for everybody. And I respect that. Happy belated birthday, 13th birthday that is, to Halo 3 ODST, and a happy belated 15th birthday to Halo 3. My first midnight release. Will was there and we didn't even know. Did we talk? I forget.
Yeah.
We did?
Because I ran into Cody in his cardboard
Master Chief suit. Yeah, and his acrylic energy sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that thing broke that night, didn't it?
Yeah, probably. Whatever. It's all good. Shout out Eric for creating the Halo Kitty coloring contest that we did during that midnight release. Never forget those moments. Big, big, big shout out to Halo 3. I wouldn't be where I am today without that fucking game, that's for sure. Blue Jay says, bro, I'm just sad nobody told me about you guys before. like, bro, I've been following competitive Halo for years. It's okay. For what it's worth, like, I'm not really big on the self-promotion thing. So I'm not going out of my way to post our episodes on Reddit, to post our episodes like other places besides Twitter, obviously, if you follow us. You know what I mean? If like that's why I kind of, I don't know if rely is the right word, but I try to emphasize, like, if you like the show, tell other people about it. Tell other people about it. Let them know. Have them give us a chance. And if they like it, cool. And if they don't, that's fine too. Not a big deal. Carnegie, you are way too fucking kind. Way too fucking kind.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. Blue Jay from Team Beyond back in the day. Shout out Team Beyond. Rest in peace. Team Beyond forums. Rest in peace. Yep. Rest in peace. Carnegie, you're too nice. And then happy belated birthday to King J and Minnesota native Nemesis on Oxygen Esports. That's it for the shoutouts. All right. Time for some community creations real quick, and then Will, you can plug the show. Halo memes every day, reddit.com/Halo memes. reddit.com/Halo memes, right?
Yeah, I think you got that.
reddit.com/r/Halo memes. I knew I was fucking forgetting something in there. I knew it. I say it every week. I knew I fucked up. Justice, you have a great night as well. Love you. Navi Halo Vlog, Road to Major Wonder Boy Edition by Navi. Go check that video out. We have the Sentinels Playoff Bundle promo by Sentinels. If you have not seen what Sentinels do for their promotions, they're phenomenal.
They're great.
Oh my God.
You got to check them out.
Do it. And then finally, we have Capture the Mic episode 3, Teabanged. Ooh, baby. By Europa Halo. I'm so glad they did an episode with him. I'm so fucking glad. When I saw that show up on my Twitter feed, I'm like, it's like all of my dreams have come true for what I'm able to do on this show. William Hung, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Yes, if that didn't show that we're 30 years old, that just proved it right there, then, ladies and gentlemen. Will, that's all I got for basically the entire show.
All right.
So without further ado, Will, if you wouldn't mind plugging this motherfucker.
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and others as well.
Pocket Cast.
Leave us
not
a review.
An ad.
Leave us a review. Let others know about the show. You can join our Discord, join the community discussion. Link is provided in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. I'm like, Google Doc of the show notes of the show. ! Discord and chat. Below the video, wherever you're listening, check it out.
Check it out.
If you want to stay up to date on what we got going on, check out our Twitter, twitter.com/HCS Pro Talk. We have an Instagram and Facebook as well, if you want to find us there. Want to watch VODs? Check them out on YouTube. There's some old interviews, some just wacky stuff we've done. It's all there. Previous episodes, youtube.com/HCS Pro Talk.
Hell yeah.
We're live on Twitch if you're listening or watching those old VODs. Come catch us live Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, usually. Asterisk, in case something goes on. Stay tuned to Twitter if you want to know if that changes. We have hcsprotalk.com with a link to some merch in the top right corner if you're interested. Josh did some new designs more recently, and there's stickers. If you like stickers, Josh loves stickers.
I do.
Man can't get enough of them.
I do.
We obviously have problems, back of the laptop.
Stickers are never a problem. Never a problem. Never having too many stickers.
Get yourself some stickers. And then don't forget about the fine folks over at Podcast Evolved. Make sure to check out evolvedhalo.com.
Your home for Halo.
They have great shows such as Podcast Evolved Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus, book clubs, Build with Blocks, Halo Headlines, and Halo Gear Guide. And so graciously, they gave us a little spot on their website for HCS Pro Talk. So go check out Podcast Evolved.
Gunbot, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Welcome to the live show. Blue Jay asks, are you on every Monday? Yes, unless something happens, but we're live weekly no matter what. We have never missed a week. 254 episodes, my man. Welcome. What's up, Jagged? How's it going? So everybody got a chance to hang out here for the whole show. Thanks for doing this, fellas. I'll be heading to bed after this. Hey, Beans, thank you for hanging out with us, chatting, adding to the conversation. It's greatly appreciated. Holy shit, I just watched 2 episodes of, is that supposed to be Dahmer?
Dahmer. And you guys are still on? Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
We're getting close to like longest episode territory, but I think we'd probably have to go for another half hour, which
we're not going to do.
I might fall asleep here in my chair.
It's okay.
Been a long ass day.
Yes, we're not going to do it. Winkler says almost your 5-year anniversary. We're almost there. And let me tell you, we got some cool shit planned for the new year.
Couple of late follows coming in for, you said Gunbot.
And then I want the W. I want the W. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. I'm sorry it had to be towards the end here, but hey, appreciate it regardless. But yes, we are here weekly. Check it out. Or favorite podcast service, YouTube, wherever the fuck you want to find it, it's there. Okay, for those that are still here, I want to say this real quick. 2 quick things. 1, if you're going to be at Worlds, come find us. I'll have stickers, and they're free. I'll have free stickers. You want to know what the sticker is? It's that. It's the logo. I'll give you a sticker. Black and white or color. I have both. Come find us. You get a sticker. And then also, I want to say this. Or $1 from Matty Rooms. No, fuck off. We're not.
I kind of do want to give him a stack. Be like,
if you buy a sticker off Matty for $1, then no. Come to me. I'll give you one for free. And then also the other thing is we have a lot of new people that came in for the first time this week. I want to sincerely say thank you to those who did stop by. Again, I know I said thank you before. I want to say thank you again. And then also, Will said it earlier. If you want to continue this discussion, join the Discord. If you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just saying. If you want to continue this discussion, we keep it civil. We keep it respectful. That's something I pride this community on. If you want to continue discussions, head on to the Discord. We'd love to have you. And then also, don't be afraid to hit us up in the DMs either. Leave a YouTube comment, whatever it is. Try to be always available as much as we can be. Okay? Just want to make sure people understand that. But yeah, Shag says, looking forward to hearing the full pod tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I plan on watching this back, but what segments did you cover today? Well, funny you ask, because on this episode of HCS Pro Talk, we covered
what segments?
The HCS Orlando Post-Show, the new merch that was announced for the collaborations, the Europa Halo Fall Series is returning, Nate is eyeing to return to competitive Halo, Call of Duty League season, and we spent a good amount of time on the Shyway situation, so have fun. There's that. And I'm not going to rehash it here. You can go back and listen to it there. So, yeah. I want the W. Go back and rewatch. No. Just go back and rewatch. I'm not going to rehash it here. Ladies and gentlemen, before Will falls asleep on the table, that does it for episode 254 of HCS Pro Talk. Yes, 254. Want to thank you all very much for joining us. If you're tuning in for the first time, if you're tuning in for the 254th time, even though we never did this live for like the first 100 episodes or whatever the hell it was. Thank you all so very much for doing so. Thank you for keeping the conversations going. Thank you for, if you were lurking, if you were chatting, if you're following, subbing, if you're just hanging out, thank you for doing so. For those who are listening to the audio version of the show after it's come out, thank you too. You know, I like listening to podcasts when I'm taking a shit. Maybe you do too. I'm not going to judge you. You know, that's what the show's for, man. You listen and enjoy on your own time. If you're checking out the YouTube version of the show, hi. I'm giving you a little wave. You know, for the audio folks, I'll give you a wave too. You can't see me, but I'll give you a wave too. Because fuck it, you know. Orlando was an amazing event. Loved every fucking second of it, and I was fucking right for once. We'll be back next week to talk about whatever the fuck happens in the competitive Halo scene because, there's always something to talk about. Guys, have a great night. Have a great week. We'll see you hopefully Monday. But until then.